gunshots. Here comes a master of drop kick. Am I gonna blow your mind like a bomb? Yeah? So get ready now. You never know what you're gonna do. You're gonna witness the strength of the men of the destiny, right? So no more step. Put off your fire. Let's get united.
I've already snapped into my Slim Jim, into my energy drinks. So there's no,
hold
this
on.
week.
Let me pick up your slack here.
like you always do.
Hold on. There you go.
There it is. Get more of it on the table.
I'm not gonna, go. Alrighty then.
You did this, see? I heard that.
That's a little baby
I heard
one.
it. I'll amplify it. Welcome to We Need Wrestling, everybody. I'm DJ. I'm sitting here with Brett.
Hello.
How are you, pal?
I'm good. I'm currently looking at somebody scanned in like old merch catalogs from the WWF from like the mid-90s.
Okay.
Man, their merch was so much cooler back then.
Yeah.
Holy shit. This one poster flag of Bret Hart is the same pose he was wearing that I had the 8x10 signed by him. Because he told him all my sister said he loved her. On mine, he just said your friend.
Right.
Thanks, Bret. Still love you to this day.
This is Bret Hart's a disappointment. That's just what it
you
is.
Forever. Hey, those are your words.
You just said it.
And I did not. You're the one who hates Bret Hart. Real nice.
I love Bret Hart. I just, he doesn't love you back.
Real nice.
So
we share a name. We're all right.
Yeah.
We Gucci.
Your Gucci.
Taguchi. Your Gucci.
That's right. So, I don't know. What's going on? Anything to talk about?
No. No, man.
All right. Goodbye, everybody.
No, I'm good, man.
What if we did that? We just put out a 2-minute episode one week. Like, it was just like, you good? Yeah. All right, cool. Later.
Wrestling would have to end for that to happen.
You think so?
Yeah.
Okay.
Because I watch a lot of goddamn wrestling.
Well, I'm not saying don't watch the wrestling from that week. I'm just saying we just don't fucking talk about it. We just there you go. Wrestling was good. See you later.
Wrestling good. Rest of people bad.
Like we treat the podcast like the groundhog seeing a shadow. Like you pull the rat out of the log, it sees its shadow, he goes back in the log for another 364
You put some respect on Punxsutawney Phil's name. How dare you?
And so we just do it like that.
Pennsylvania, have some pride.
Like we come in, we introduce, we're like, wrestling was good. 6 more weeks of wrestling, everybody. Close it down.
Well, that's spoiled, all right.
Yeah.
So if that ever happens, there it is. You foreshadowed
just
this.
for groundhogs. We'd have to wait till that's February. We gotta wait a whole loop.
That's
a whole loop until that comes back around.
It's not even June yet. Gotta wait a while, man.
Gotta wait a bit. Yeah. All right. Well, coming to you next February.
Well, yes, Groundhog's Day edition.
Groundhog's Day edition of We Need Wrestling.
Show, yes.
So we had an eventful wrestling week.
You're goddamn right.
It seems like forever ago now.
It does. It fucking does.
So we had lots to talk about. Our trip to DC being the main event of this particular podcast.
Oh, Washington, D.C.
I am going to refrain from mentioning Eazy-E, anything beyond that, but he's still an idiot.
Dude, I was like, what the fuck did Eazy-E from NWA do?
Nope, different Eazy-E.
Right. See, that's where I'm at.
Much like the way Adam refuses to plug the A show on At Odds with Wrestling anymore.
Yes.
I will not bring up Eric Bischoff.
All right. Well, there's that.
We got AEW. We have Best of Super Juniors.
Yes, sir.
You have a couple surprises. We have Enjoy Wrestling to talk about. And I think that's it, right? Yeah, and then we'll just we're gonna lay out the whole ass trip to DC. To DC to
everything
to Maryland to DC to Virginia, back through Virginia to DC to Maryland.
I'm down to lay out everything.
Yeah, everything from
no stone unturned here.
No stone unturned from the
all right.
from what the state of Virginia is actually for, to the trip into the Capitol Dome to watch the wrestling, to the bamboozlement of a diner to
worked ourselves into a shoot that
right
night.
to the delicious food we ate on the detour on the way home.
Oh God, yeah.
To
it was so good.
yeah, and if there happened to be maybe an incident at the event, I'll let you call that one out. And if you don't want to, you don't want to. We'll tell people in private.
Oh, it's not my story to tell.
It is your story to tell. It happened to you.
You can.
I wasn't even there.
I don't want to come across as
okay.
So if you want to say it,
all right,
you can.
No, it's fine. You're embarrassed. All right, it's fine.
Trust me, that's the furthest thing I am. I
know you're
definitely
modest.
Not.
But yeah, so let's. I guess let's talk about the week, and we'll get to our trip.
Yeah, it'll be there
to the capital, to the
District of Columbia,
right? The capital collision.
Oh yeah.
Capital collusion.
Oh God, that's a fun word this week in PA.
Oh boy.
So Monday night, I minded my own goddamn business.
Okay.
Just kind of.
Who isn't at this point?
I don't even know what I was doing Monday. I wasn't watching Raw.
Yeah, me either.
But I ended up watching Raw.
Me too.
Because I was looking through Twitter, and I see this thing pop up saying, Sasha Banks and Naomi walked out. And I go, all right, what was this like weird shit?
Right.
And then I still didn't turn the show on. Mm-hmm. And then I started getting some rumblings. And then I see, oh shit, Corey Graves just mentioned it on commentary.
Yeah.
And I go, this is probably they're working something, whatever. I'm not paying attention. I don't know what's going on.
Right.
And then I see, Becky Lynch came out and mentioned it in a promo. And I go, that's a little much. If what are we trying to do here? Getting shoehorning this in.
Right.
And then I see, oh no, main event has now been changed to Becky Lynch versus Asuka. And I go, well, that'll get me to watch Monday Night Raw for sure. So, I ended up watching that, and that match was awesome, and I fucking love Asuka, and Becky Lynch is still great. Asuka hit her with a mist, and it made me smile.
Yep.
But while this was all happening, your Sean Ross Sapps of the world, and, whoever else, other people that are journalists that I won't mention, because whatever.
Sure.
Yeah, they go, oh no, this is real. This is actually real life. Sasha and Naomi, I guess, tossed the bells to Johnny Ace and said, see ya.
Yep.
We're out.
Right.
Then various reports over the next 24 hours came out of it's just creative differences. From what I read, pretty much them as the women's tag team champions were going to get jobbed out to each individual champion. Yeah. And I don't know if it was going to be at the pay-per-view coming up or whatnot. And then they're just dead dick in the water. Yeah. And listen, if that's the real story, if that's it. Yeah, I'd be fucking pissed too.
Right. Absolutely.
But then there's the whole producers were calling them drama queens and crybabies. Right. And then, Fightful's report was other wrestlers are yeah, I'd be upset, but don't be a fucking mark. And the unprofessional word got thrown around a lot.
Sure. That's been the narrative around Sasha for a long time. They've tried multiple times to make Sasha appear that way.
She has the classic boo-boo face.
Sure.
Right. And you look at Sasha's interviews on certain things and you could tell she don't need it. She Hollywood's knocking.
Right.
They're coming to call in.
I saw somebody make a really good point. They were she was in a Star Wars. So she can make as much money as she needs doing conventions for the rest of her life. Yeah. She's got a fucking Star Wars action figure and she'll be signing 8x10s and whatever. Yeah. She's a fucking Star Wars now. Yeah. It's what it is.
Yeah, she can do whatever now.
But you think about Sasha and I like Sasha a lot. But kind of look at her career, and not that she hasn't had a great career and hasn't had her titles and her runs, sure. But she's the one that loses at the pay-per-views to get the belt to give the Charlotte or to whoever else.
Sure, yeah.
And Sasha, in my opinion, way better than Charlotte.
Yeah, I agree.
Out of the four that sort of came through, the four horsewomen, if you will, I'm always been a bigger Sasha and Bailey fan than I was Charlotte and Becky. Becky turned it around with the nosebleed and the Becky 2 belts and stuff.
Becky definitely.
So I'm
my number one now.
Big Becky fan, but like Charlotte has consistently been my least favorite.
Same,
and has been the one that they've sort of just sent her out to be the giant star because her last name is Flair.
Yeah.
And Sasha's been at the ass end of that a lot, which is unfortunate.
No, and like a lot of this came up, and I think a lot of people kind of brought up, hey, remember SummerSlam last year when her supposedly being, anti-vax or whatever, and them not announcing that she wasn't on the show until right when the match was about to happen.
Right.
Just pissed a lot of people off doing that.
Right.
You're going to piss a lot of people off. Fans that are paying money are going to get mad.
Yep.
Obviously, people backstage because you're jeopardizing things. She's had, where she went on that like little sabbatical or whatever a couple years ago, and she was just doing whatever the fuck she wanted, training in Japan and like, but now with like Hollywood's knocking on the door. She had that interview with like Kevin Hart this week. I saw a clip from Broken Skull Sessions when she was on, and it's just like, man, she was saying, I don't want a hot dog anymore. I don't want a pizza. I want to be eating a steak dinner with Vince McMahon.
Okay.
She's like, I don't need to pay my fucking dues anymore. I did it already.
Okay.
I don't need this.
It's interesting.
Yeah, right?
Yeah.
It's like,
yeah.
How much of that was that character?
Right.
Like a little, but there's always some truth in that.
Yeah, of course. Right. It's how you make it believable.
Sure. It's, but then, Naomi going along with her.
See, that's an interesting thing, too, because Naomi doesn't have that kind of pull.
No, it's weird, though. So it's so fucking weird, and somebody brought up a good point. Her being married to one of the Usos.
It's family.
Who's the Usos' biggest program right now? Roman.
Right.
Who's got the biggest stroke in that company?
Roman.
If
he
Roman
walked in that office, was like, I'm done, partner.
If Roman backs the play,
right.
What do you do? Like, right. What do you really do?
Right.
If Roman supports it and says, "Yeah, go ahead,"
right?
Like you don't deserve this shit.
Yeah.
Right. It's yeah, man. It's a weird situation. And like
it is.
I thought for sure of all people who actually sounded reasonable.
Yeah.
Was Booker T.
Oh,
he said, he goes, I want to hear what Sasha and Naomi have to say. We're only hearing one side right now. That statement WWE put out.
We already know that WWE has lied.
Yeah, of course.
Of course. And I'm never gonna defend Vince McMahon, no matter what the situation ends up being. Vince McMahon go fuck himself.
Yeah.
But like, and his track record on people of color, all of that sort of shit. But like, we already know that the WWE lied in that statement and on air about them not wanting to work the people in the match, and that's why they left.
Yeah, that was bullshit.
It wasn't the people in the match; it was the situation of the match.
It's just, of course, they're going to go damage control and try to make it
exactly.
Look, that's what it is.
So we'll see. It'd be interesting. If the truth is about the tag titles, them not being represented properly. Yeah, I completely agree, but I also completely agree that division isn't good enough or big enough to warrant tag titles. It wasn't when they started them, and it sure as hell isn't now.
It was a good idea on paper,
right? But Sasha and Naomi they can match up, and that's a pretty good little tag team if you want to start legitimizing the division. But Vince hates tag team wrestling.
Yeah, and apparently, they've been pushing merch real good lately, those two, and I think it's a cool team, I think sure.
There has to be something that they saw in the numbers that they felt gave themselves some weight to push back a little bit. And I don't know, but I would imagine that they hyped themselves up and said, here's the merch we're moving, here's how popular, here's the ratings boost when we're on TV, we're champs, we're this and that, so we're going to go in, and we're going to tell them what we want. Because we're moving enough merch or because we're doing whatever, they're going to do what we want. But the backside, the plan B of that is we can't just jump out and walk away when they say no, or go back to what they want us to do. And when they say no, if they call our bluff, we got to do it. We got to follow through. And they got their bluff called. And they had to follow through.
Yeah, it's...
I'm never going to defend Vince McMahon, so...
No, and... a lot of people are just like I said, throwing out the word unprofessional.
Mm-hmm.
leaving in the middle of the show, like, that sucks for a lot of the fans.
Right.
No doubt.
Sure
it
thing.
fucking does.
Absolutely.
Like, you know, I know like a lot of people were citing when Austin left.
Maybe in 20 years, Becky can come back and have a match at WrestleMania.
Yeah.
Or Becky, Jesus Christ, Sasha.
But, you know, people pointed out Austin didn't leave in the middle of the show.
No, he left before.
He like same thing with Punk. He
Right.
left before. I know a lot of people were kind of like,
right.
You know, they still had the courtesy or
The
whatever.
day of a show. I mean, that, you know.
Yeah, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's just, from the reports, it's like they went up to Vince like right when the show was going on here. Like, they just left.
Right.
Your main event
because they were trying to hamstring him a little bit and say, well, you know, what are they going to do? Change the main event if we're not there? And they did.
They sure did.
But, you know, the other side of that, too, with Vince and Punk is that they were much bigger stars in much higher profile positions.
And that's what I mean.
And
like, you know.
walked the day of a show. And Austin says he regrets it.
Sure, yeah.
And as unprofessional as it might be, I still agree with Steve.
Oh, 100%.
So, you know,
yeah, I mean, again,
and Steve, it's very funny because Steve's is in some ways very similar because he was like, "I'll lose to the kid, but give me a story."
Yeah,
and they were like, "No, you're just losing to
yeah."
him."
They're like, "Why are we giving this away on free TV like this?"
And he's like, "I just want a good story. I want a reason."
Yeah,
and when they didn't give him a reason, he's like, "Peace."
Yeah,
and it's a little similar.
Yeah,
you know?
it's
so
I'll be curious to see if the truth on their side ever comes out.
Yeah.
But who knows? I just was like, man,
yeah,
oof, that's pretty wild.
And again, look back on your history of professional wrestling, walkouts, hold-ups for more money.
Sure.
All that shit happens all the time. So let's maybe wrestling needs to carny it up a little bit more than it has been in the last 20 years.
No, that does not need to happen.
Let's just step back to the old days and let's see. Let's get some people riding horses in the bars again. You know what I mean?
Let's get people getting paid off too, right?
Yeah,
to cover up murders,
right?
Allegedly,
right?
Yeah. Speaking of other shit going down there,
yes,
Stephanie McMahon put out a tweet today just saying, "Yep, stepping away for a while due to family issues."
Did you say she put that up today?
Yeah.
Do you know what that means? That means we're scooping and booping. That means we're hashtag scooping and booping this week.
Yeah, you hear that, Tim and Marcus?
That's right. Take that.
Let us scoop and boop.
This is a soon-to-be-named network, Gang Wars, and we're scooping and booping.
I don't want that. We're all a big happy family.
Scooping and booping.
I do want to hear what they have to say about both things. So,
sure.
Tim, Marcus, please.
I'm sure they'll cover it.
Enlighten me. No, Marcus is just going to talk about the Yankees because the Yankees are fucking good.
Then when did that happen?
Dude, they're killing it.
Yeah?
Like, they're so good. But yeah, she, put that out and said, yep, stepping away for a while. I don't know when, didn't say don't know when I'll be back. Mm-hmm. Of course, leaves it as, I'll be back to my family or my WWE family and all this shit.
Yeah.
Who fucking knows?
That's both of Vince's kids out of that business right now.
Yeah. Both gone. And Shane, gone, apparently. Gone.
Blacklisted, gone.
Yeah.
You're not my son anymore,
yeah.
Gone. Yeah.
So.
Lots of speculation, lots, we all know what the focus on my family means in PR speak.
Of course. So,
whatever it happens to be, I hope they get it worked out. And, I don't wish too much hate on anybody.
No.
So, few people.
Neither.
But a couple to tree, but not on Steph or Trips or anybody else. So, whatever it is.
Yeah,
I don't even know what Stephanie did in the company at this point. Like, they weren't on air anymore. But
I want to say maybe she was
Chief Brandy Officer.
Oh, God damn. I was going to say Chief Brand Officer.
Well, I know somebody who could fill that role.
Well, see, look at Shane's gone. Cody's scooting in to be Vince's son.
Right, that's Vince's new kid.
And
absolutely.
Now Steph's gone. Whoa, here comes Brandy.
Right.
Oh, God, no. Yeah. I'm living my nightmare family all over again. Yeah, though.
That mother... no, I don't want to. I don't want to. I don't want to.
I mean... I'm going to give you 5 seconds of silence. If you want to go off, go off.
Cody again said he was the best wrestler in the world, and this time he said by a far margin. Like, by a large margin, I'm the best wrestler in the world. What? And I understand you got to hype yourself. I get it. You're not going to say you're the worst wrestler in the world, and he's not. But, you know what I mean? You're always going to overhype yourself. You want to sell yourself real big. I know they put you 20 feet tall on a fucking Hell in a Cell poster. Congratulations.
They have a countdown to Cody clock on Raw.
Great. Fantastic. I get it, but dude, just be realistic. And he also said this week the smartest thing I think he's ever said. He said, "I'll never be the American dream, so I might as well lean into being the American nightmare." And you're right. You're never going to be your dad, you piece of shit. Fucking liar, 3-star wrestler. All right, go ahead.
Oh my goodness gracious. Good gravy. All right. Well, that's all I had on news of the world.
Okay.
So I guess we'll get into a fuck ton of wrestling that we watched, huh?
Yes.
All right. So
Where are we starting?
We'll start with something that you've been watching pretty regularly, and I've been saying I'm going to watch it, and then
Okay.
was it Sunday night I watched this? I don't remember. I think it was Sunday or Monday. Don't remember.
Okay.
I watched Enjoy Wrestling.
Hey, enjoy wrestling.
Yeah, it was. What are they calling it this season?
Renegade.
Renegade. Okay.
Yes. It's episode 2 of this season.
Now, was this live from Mr. Small's Theater
It
in
is.
Pittsburgh?
Yes, that's where they run
Thought so.
all
Okay,
their stuff.
Cool. Yeah, so I figured, hey, fuck it. I have no more basketball to watch that I care about until the finals are on. So, hey, I'll watch some Enjoy Wrestling.
Yeah.
And it was 2 matches long. It was like 50 minutes.
Right.
Crucify me all you want. Don't remember everybody in the first match,
That's
but
fine.
I do remember one
you.
team of Ziggy Haim, Derek Dillinger, Wes Barkley, and the motherfucking man, Josh Bishop.
Stiffy McGee.
I love Josh Bishop.
Yes. And they wrestled Billy Dixon, who we talked
I
about
remember
last
that
week.
name. I remember that
about
name.
how he's stepping away from wrestling.
Okay.
Mikey Montgomery, who is the smaller gentleman.
Couldn't have remembered that for the life of
and
me.
the tag team of MSP. I don't know what MSP stands for.
Okay.
And I don't remember their names exactly. Yeah, so then we got Ziggy, Derek Dillinger, and the Rip City Shooters.
Yeah.
Ziggy and Derek, known as the Production.
Yep.
Also.
Yes, I knew that.
So I was excited for this match because I like Ziggy and Rip City Shooters. Derek, I've seen but haven't watched a match because he's also in AIW.
Yeah.
He's always around.
And that's what they kind of were playing this off as,
Yeah.
like, and Ziggy at the beginning, you know, us hailing from Cleveland, motherfucking Ohio.
Yes, she's insane.
Yeah, I'm into Ziggy.
She's a
Haim.
crazy person.
She's awesome.
So they're like the dream team of intensity because they were the dream team of extreme.
Yes, they were. Yes.
So I just want to start really quick. I'm not going to mention names. If you know, you know. Commentary. Keep Terry Funk's name out of your goddamn mouth. But anyway, just saying. But so yeah, so my biggest takeaway, and I texted you when I was watching it because I didn't get to watch it until like Tuesday or so.
Yeah.
I don't understand how Josh Bishop hasn't been signed.
Dude, that's like the greatest mystery to me right now. I don't
I
wish he kept his long hair.
I'm sure people who are listening to this can enlighten us.
Yes.
Wink, wink, Joe Wink. But he's got the size.
I know he had a tryout. He went to a tryout not
Right.
long ago.
He looks good. He's got the size. I know he cut his hair because when he went to the tryout, because he's been still
sad.
like long hairs.
Makes me sad.
He's got the size. He's got the physique. He's a good looking dude. Seemingly can work.
Yeah.
I don't see any sort of reason why he can't. Not that he's a technical wizard, but
Dude,
he does the job he needs to do really well.
Even with like the major podcasts,
Yeah.
like, you know, because Ryder and Broski and
Yeah.
Myers were both like, how the fuck is this kid not signed?
Yeah.
Like,
It's
he's
a
what
little
you're
crazy.
looking for, you know?
It's
like,
a little crazy that he's not.
Yeah.
He's young. He's only like 24.
Stiffy McGee,
You
my
know,
man.
but just the complete look is there, and like if that's what you know, then I understand AEW trying to get higher profile names and whatever. But like WWE, he's tailor made for that fucking company right now.
Yeah.
For what they like and what they look for, because they
Come and
don't
go on
give a fuck about ring work, and he's good.
He can come and go on a Sid run.
Right. So he reminds me of Sid, which is when he had the curly
Yeah,
blonde.
that's I loved it.
So, but yeah, so I was shocked even seeing him here how big he is. I was shocked how big Wes Barkley is. You know, and like they're like 6'3", 6'4", you know, for Bishop. Wes probably 6 foot, 6'2" or so.
On the Indies, though, you might as well be fucking 7
looks
foot.
fucking giants, right? That's, you know, why it's 6'5" guys can say they're almost 7 feet. But the other takeaway of this match is that Ziggy is nuts. She is razor edged to the outside.
Yeah, she sure did.
And she's just screaming and cursing the whole time.
I like that.
Fucking crazy.
I'm into that.
Yeah. Awesome stuff. Dillinger does a sunset flip buckle bomb.
Yeah, it was gross.
Which was awesome.
Yeah, it was gross.
Like, that's a big dude to be moving like he does, too.
Yeah. Yep.
Like, that's he's a talented dude. Another guy, like, he seemingly looks like he can do what he could do what he wants in the business. I don't know how broad he goes. I don't know myself.
Yeah.
I don't keep that, where he's traveling to if he stays in that general sort of area. But good stuff there. Does a great sell on the cutter. Like, that team was great. This match was good. It's not anything fantastic. I still really like watching these shows. But like this was a really good chaotic 8-man tag.
Oh, absolutely.
With the show, and the other team was good too. I like Mikey Montgomery a lot. I've seen him a few times and enjoy. But otherwise, I mean, this is the Rip City. This is the AIW, the Cleveland show here. Not the Cleveland show, but the people from Cleveland show. Is that show still on? Do they still do the Cleveland show?
I have no idea.
I've never seen an episode, but
I think I maybe. I watched one when Ric Flair was on it.
Oh, jeez, we didn't talk about that in news.
Oh yeah, oh, God damn it.
Let's not.
Ric Flair's gonna wrestle another match.
I got a
wants to die
little sidebar.
ring.
I got a message from a friend of the show, Craig, today, and I was like, "Oh, we're really seeing Ric Flair die in the ring." And I said, "Yeah, I'll wait till it's gift on Twitter." Because I ain't paying to watch that shit. You could say it's Jim Crockett Promotions all you want. You're not fucking dragging my ass in.
Nope.
Good on Ricky Steamboat for turning that shit down. Hope he sticks to those fucking guns.
I'll be in the baked lobby that night. If you know, you know.
But yeah, so that match was cool. But again, just watching Bishop, like, man, he's 6'3", 6'4". Like,
he's awesome.
He's just awesome. Like, tons of talent. He's young. He has a ton of career ahead of him.
Sure.
So, who knows? But, like, you would think you'd want this guy in the system somewhere at 24 years old.
Yeah, for as young as he is now, good he looks. I mean,
so
looks like a superstar.
He does.
Yeah, and then the other match was Edith Surreal versus Outlandish Zicky Dice.
Yes. So I like Edith. Edith is the ace of the Cornerstone and the ace of Enjoy Wrestling. I like Edith. Edith maybe having a little bit of bad matchup luck the last couple of times that we've seen her.
Yes.
Zicky Dice, I've seen. I think he was involved in the Masked Wrestler to some extent or something.
I think he was, and then I know when I was watching Impact, he was a part of like Myers' like crew for a while. Yeah.
Is he a Creative Pro guy?
I don't think so. No.
So I just don't think he was a great opponent for Edith.
Yeah.
Edith had one of my favorite matches last year against Ziggy.
Sure.
And I think it was great. But again, when people talk about Edith Surreal's 4 years in the business. Mm-hmm. 2 of those are pandemic years.
Yeah.
And I think Edith is helped by having a better opponent that Edith gels with and can get through the tough parts a little better. I don't think Zicky was the right person here. I don't think the match was bad. I just didn't think. It never got to a level of really good or beyond for me. I think a lot of the stuff in it was really good. The crowd reaction that Edith gets is really cool. But then Zicky's just playing heel, like generic bad guy.
Yeah, I thought it was a serviceable independent wrestling match.
Right. And that's the thing too. This is free on YouTube. It's just an indie thing. It's a fine match if you're at an indie show.
Yeah.
I've seen way fucking worse.
Yes.
But I've seen so much better from Edith that I'm kind of like, is that what it is? Is it sort of the opponent that maybe they don't match up and gel quite the best way for someone who's so young in the business? Super talented, better beyond her years, Edith is, but maybe not the best opponent here. And again, I don't think either of them were bad at all. I think way worse. Edith has definitely had worse opponents. But yeah, that's just what that was. So it's funny that you decided to watch Enjoy, and I still had a lot of fun watching it, but I don't think it was their most shining of moments.
No,
but
definitely not.
Coming up next week this week right now, tonight as we record, I guess.
Oh yeah, that is tonight.
Is Speedball Lee Moriarty,
which
I've already seen people say is
a
match of the year contender. So We'll see what happens.
That's a lot of heavy weight.
That's a heavy weight, absolutely. But we'll see what happens.
Yeah, I'm definitely gonna.
I still really dig it. I think those shows look so good.
Yeah,
I like the pre-match
cool.
promos. The pre-match promo with the Ribs Shooters and Derek and Ziggy were great because they're all just maniacs.
I'm into that crew.
Yeah,
I like them.
for sure. Like watching them, I'm like, oh, like do we do this 7-hour trip out to AIW someday to see them in their home away from home?
Eddie Kingston's gonna
be there. We'll see. Maybe someday somebody will need a companion for the car ride. Someday, maybe.
Who, Adam?
No.
Oh.
I mean, Adam could, yes, partially, but no, that wasn't the other half of that. Was what I was thinking. But
what you're putting down.
Yes. But yeah, so that's Enjoy. I still really like it. I really like this tag match. I thought it was just fucking fun and crazy. Ida Zicki was a little down, but that's fine.
Yeah, I'll
that's fine.
Definitely.
I'm not gonna give up on them. I love watching them.
Yeah.
So
then today I watched from yesterday. It was just yesterday.
Okay.
GLEAT.
Ooh, GLEAT.
I watched some GLEAT.
Do we know what GLEAT stands for? What it means?
I know it used to be G Pro Wrestling.
Okay.
Because their mat says G Pro Wrestling.
Okay.
But it's just GLEAT.
Okay.
Home of the Strong Hearts, Shima, El Lindemann, T-Hawk.
So, but GLEAT's not in China, right? It's Japanese.
No.
So what happened to the Chinese promotion that they were a part of?
No, I just think
probably
it's
just
kind of
collapsed.
Folded?
Yeah.
I don't know.
They were supposed to have the big partnership with the AEW.
Well, yeah, OWE, yeah.
Yeah.
It was supposed to be like a big thing, but it just kind of didn't work out.
Okay.
And GLEAT's doing their thing.
Right.
So,
and getting heavy crossover with New Japan.
Well, yeah, because on this show as well, I didn't watch either match, but on the show, Yuji Nagata was on the show, and then Shingo Takagi was also on the show.
Well, and him and Shima and all those guys go way back.
Yeah, exactly. And
Shingo's a Dragon Gate guy.
Hiroki Goto was on the show too.
Oh yeah,
yeah.
Oh, that's cool. I haven't seen a Goto match.
I was
in a
like,
long time.
I just had like a singles match. I guess so I didn't watch it. But
I haven't watched a Goto match in a long time. That's my dude.
What's the G stand for in G1?
Like Goto. You know why I don't watch? I haven't watched a Hiroki Goto match in a long time.
Why is that?
Because they had him teaming up with Yoshihashi, who made it on my least favorite wrestlers Mount Rushmore this week. So
Jesus,
that dude fucking sucks.
So I watched 2 matches. The first one I watched was a 6-man. It was a team called 60 Seconds.
Okay,
which was Jun Tansho, Kaiichi Sato, and Tetsuya Izuchi.
Okay.
Going up,
take your word for it.
Going up against 2 members of the Strong Hearts, T-Hawk, Issei Onitsuka, and making his debut in Japan, Jack Cartwheel.
Really?
Jack Cartwheel.
Okay. You know, I saw people doing a bunch of GIFs of Jack Cartwheel.
Dude, I'll tell you what, this match goes like 14 minutes.
Yeah?
There's not a chance to breathe.
Yeah?
It is fucking nuts.
I'll tell you what about Jack Cartwheel. We saw Jack Cartwheel at the Cardona show at the casino when he wins the GCW title. And I'll say this on the podcast. I don't care. Both of us were like, what a stupid fucking name.
Oh, terrible name.
And then he got in the ring and we were like, hey, what's up, Jack Cartwheel?
Yeah.
Maybe change the name.
Dude, this guy is so fucking athletic. It's not even funny.
Right.
Well,
good for him.
Yeah, he's over in fucking
people
GLEAT.
From that GCW show, Ninja Max and fucking Noah.
Yeah, and so the commentary, it's on YouTube. Yeah. It's in Japanese. You can even hear the commentary say that like PWG matched GCW.
Oh yeah, nice.
Yeah, dude, it was just a sprint.
Yeah,
an actual sprint.
Good.
But it wasn't just all flippy shit.
Yep.
T-Hawk was beating motherfuckers up, which I'm a big fan of T-Hawk.
Absolutely.
And then apparently afterwards, T-Hawk called out like all of New Japan Pro Wrestling.
Oh, yeah? All of it?
Yep, just called them all out.
Okay.
Because he just said, I just don't think that you're as good as you think you are.
Well, and his brother in arms is currently in the Best of Super Juniors.
Well.
Because we're the El Lindemaniacs here.
Well, the Lindemann
Maniacs.
So yeah, if you want like, I don't know, crazy, just nuts 14-minute sprint, go out of your way because it's fun. It felt like watching like a Dragon Gate match.
And it's all on YouTube.
Yeah, it's all YouTube. Yeah.
For free.
Yeah, for free. So hey, if you get a chance, go for it, man.
All right.
And then main event, this was for the GLEAT G-Rex Championship.
Okay.
Which is their main title.
All right, I like it.
The champion, El Lindemann,
Oh, yeah?
Uh-huh.
Oh, once again, we're the El Lindemann Maniacs.
So El Lindemann Mania is running wild.
El Lindemann Mania is running wild.
Going up against another member of the Strong Hearts, because El Lindemann's in the Strong Hearts.
Yeah.
Shigehiro Irie.
Oh, I didn't know there was more members of the Strong Hearts. I thought it was just those 3 dudes.
No, I think there's 5.
Yeah?
So, yeah, because one was in the last match.
Okay.
And then,
T-Hawk, Shima, El Lindemann Maniacs.
Yeah, so there's...
All right.
Yeah.
They're a handsome group. Is this new guy handsome?
Irie. Shigehiro Irie is like your thick boy of the Strong Hearts.
Okay. All right. I like it.
So yeah, this was for the G-Rex title.
Okay.
They came out both wearing medals around their necks.
Okay.
And so the end of the match, the winner got his medal and then got the other guy's medal too.
Like the end of best of the best.
Yeah. Yes. Yes. And he still has his G-Rex title.
Okay.
El Lindemann retains. Dude, so I was watching this right before I came to your house. I put it on. I was kind of becoming a sleepy boy for the half hour in between ending work and leaving here.
Okay.
So I did fall asleep for a minute or two during this.
Oh.
But I did catch the last 5 minutes. Wild shit.
Yeah?
We're talking headbutts.
Okay.
We're talking head dumps.
Okay. I'll have to go back and catch this because to truly call ourselves the El Lindemann Maniacs.
That is true.
What are you going to do, brother, when El Lindemann runs wild on you?
Somebody said, seek this out and watch it. And if it's all on YouTube.
And he said they only do a few shows, a show every couple of months or something?
Yeah, they haven't done a show, I think, since January.
Okay.
If they have, it hasn't been on YouTube,
sure,
which is fine.
Yeah, so small house shows.
Yeah, well, dude, I'll tell you what, this was at Corkin.
Oh, yeah?
There was 700 people there.
Nice. Good.
Good that's what I mean, right?
There's a lot of interesting things because, that Fortune K, Kenta Kobashi's thing, and they're having Stan's going to be there, and they're promoting as Kenta versus Kobashi versus Stan. I'm that's not going to fucking happen.
No,
but that's cool that they're going to do a little career retrospective.
Yeah.
So that gets a lot of hype, and Kobashi's constantly on DDT. So then the Fortune KK gets cross promoted.
So on GLEAT for the G-Rex,
DDT's getting mentions.
Yeah, the G-Rex title. Kobashi presented the title to El Lindemann.
Nice.
And this one, El Lindemann retains, and the title and his medals get presented to him by Riki Choshu.
Oh, yeah?
Yep.
All right, well, this is...
Riki Choshu wearing a gray sweatshirt, some dad cargo shorts, and a pair of Skechers.
Nice. It's comfort.
He's a comfortable man.
Riki Choshu beat the shit out of motherfuckers without knee pads for 30 years.
That's a big fact.
If he wants to wear a comfortable pair of Skechers, he goes right ahead and does it. It's the S, brother.
Wow, I haven't heard that in so long. I remember Skechers shape-ups. They were funny.
Yeah. They put a little roll on them. Work that calf muscle.
Yeah, dude. So I had an ex-girlfriend who she bought them. Mm-hmm. And I remember her being this will make my ass look better or whatever. Yeah. And I was just all right, well, you're just throwing $60 down the drain. Ass looks fine the way it is. But hey, you want to spend your money like that?
Whatever.
Go right ahead.
Hey.
So yeah, I thought I had some enjoyment watching GLEAT.
Cool. To add it to the list of things we watch, make this podcast 4 hours long.
Hey man, I watch what the fuck I watch. It's a good time. So I guess we'll talk AEW next, and then we'll finish with New Japan.
Okay, good. Let's do that because I got a lot of Taguchi to talk about.
Yeah. So Rampage
from
last Friday, which again seems like forever ago.
Yes.
Death Triangle versus Butcher Blade and one of the guys
Mark Quinn.
Mark Quinn, okay. Death Triangle sick, man. Mm-hmm. I really like them together as a goddamn trio.
Yeah.
That's really
I wish they would have a consistent thing, and I think that's why they're not more in a more impactful spot is because Pac seems to be out and back and out and back,
going as he pleases.
And so whatever, that's fine. But them against BCC would be fucking insanity. So we'll see.
Well, yeah, they're setting them up for them and House of Black, which is going to be
awesome, right?
Bonkers.
And I still love Butcher, and Blade's fine, and Mark Quinn's a thing. Every time I see Mark Quinn. And everybody talks about him on commentary. I'm remember when they put Private Party over the Young Bucks and then did nothing with them? That was fun, right?
That's about it. So then the next match,
Phoenix looked good on the way on his bat return too.
He did.
By the way. I
Yes.
thought Phoenix looked good.
He looked real good.
Yeah.
More on that later.
Yeah.
In a quarterfinal match for the Owen on the women's side.
Oh my God, you're skipping the Jan Spears squashing a guy 3 times his size match?
Sure did.
Okay,
because
good.
now they're calling him the Giant Killer. I kid you fucking not, man. Yeah, they're calling him the Giant Killer.
But Bear Branson's not a giant.
He has a match tomorrow on Rampage against a Giant.
Is that his name? A Giant?
No, it's just, I don't know who it is yet, but it's against a Giant.
I hope it's Big Show and Big Show kills him.
Well, it's already filmed.
Sorry.
It's already in the can.
Sorry,
so.
no more BS.
Yeah, well, get it right.
Yeah, like,
though.
legit, like,
They're calling him the Giant Killer.
I will allow 2 giant killers in professional wrestling. Would you like to name them?
Rey Mysterio.
Yes, because for his actually great matches against the Giant, Paul White.
Spike Dudley.
Spike Dudley.
Yeah.
The only 2 men that I will allow.
Yeah.
And Jan Spears, you are neither.
So now you have Rey Mysterio, Spike Dudley.
No.
Sean Spears.
I agonized over not putting Sean Spears on my top 4 least favorite wrestlers of all time. I also agonized with not just having all 4 spots be Jerry Lawler. So
there's that. Yep. Less about him, the better. Ruby Soho versus Riho.
yes,
I thought the match was okay until Ruby went full death at the end.
Yeah.
And hit like her 3 finishers in a row and just fucking buried Riho. I was like, all right, I like that.
I strongly dislike Riho still.
Yeah.
And like we watched her. What was the match she had where she wore the black gear?
That was
Yuka
against
Sakazaki.
Yuka Sakazaki.
I thought that was a good match.
Thought that was good, and I remember the one pay-per-view last year. It was her versus Deeb on the pre-show.
Yeah.
I remember that was really good.
Jesus Christ. There's no force behind anything Riho does.
Yeah.
And it kills me. So like the most egregious part on thing in this match is they're on the top turnbuckle and Riho's sitting. Ruby's gonna do the move, and Riho pushes her off the top, and it is literally she just like pats her on the chest, and then Ruby does this big back bump, and I'm like, I get that wrestling's fake, whatever, it's still real to me, damn it. And I get that you're not hitting the people for real. You don't want to hurt anybody. But make it look like you're actually fucking pushing them. And also, a little putting a little force and making a little impact on a push ain't going to hurt nobody. Like, they're professionals. Yeah. And, like, just most of the stuff she does is just so ginger. I'm just like, oh, stop. Please stop.
Yeah.
I get that you can do this shit. And I get that there's a specific style of wrestling. And, like, you versus Yuka Sakazaki clearly have the history and the ability to run through that stuff and make it work. But whenever Riho wrestles anybody who's not someone she's wrestled before or hasn't wrestled in Japan, like in that sort of style of Joshi, because that's not my preferred style of Joshi either. Sure. It just never fucking works. And, like, Soho, I like the finish. Like you said, I thought that was, like, good. Yeah. But, like, again, this match, she looked better, but, like, she's been getting exposed a little bit in that ring. So I'm like, oh, come on. But, whatever.
Yeah. So, yeah, she's moving on to the next round. Then was the Gun Club and the Acclaimed segment.
This was... it pains me to say this. Like, I'm almost embarrassed to admit how funny I think this was.
Dude, I was, like, almost belly laughing.
It was amazing. So they're going to be a new group, and they're trying to come up with the marketing for the new group.
A catchphrase.
And Billy's fucking short, dumb kid, as opposed to the tall, dumb kid, was like, I got one.
Ooh, father.
Yeah, father. And he says, he's like, if you're not down with that, I got, stop it.
Yep.
And he stops him. And then the Acclaim just say their fucking catchphrase, and Billy's like, I love it.
Yeah, no, Max just goes, oh, I got one for you. Yo, listen.
Yeah.
Billy goes, genius.
And then they're trying to come up with a gesture. And they're like, and the short, dumb kid is like, I got one. And he's like, we take our hands and we try. And he's like, no, doing that.
No, that's stupid.
That's stupid. It'll never get over.
Yeah.
And then the Acclaim were like, what about the hand scissors?
Yeah.
And they do that. They all do it together.
I love it.
Absolutely. It's fucking hilarious.
They work so well together.
It's so funny.
Yeah.
I love Billy Gunn so much still. There was an article from him like a week or two ago how like He's like, I don't really talk to anybody backstage. He's like, because I'm so much older than everybody, like all the wrestlers.
Yeah.
And he's like, I just kind of keep to myself. And he's like, and there's not a ton of structure here. So he's like, WWE, I like this, how tight and structured it was. He's like, so I just kind of keep to myself and do my thing. But God, Billy Gunn's a funny dude, man. Yeah. So, and also a giant. So
he's one of the largest men I've ever seen.
It's true. He's shockingly large when you see him in person.
I love this. I thought it was so good.
I thought this was really funny.
Then I just have Jade and the baddies.
Yes.
That's it.
That's not it. I'm gonna say the bold statement here, and we skipped over it before.
Oh boy.
In between the Spears Bear Bronson and the Riho Ruby Soho thing, there was a Smart Mark promo. With Nice, maybe? I don't remember. And then Marky is out with Jade and the baddies here. I'm going to say Smart Mark Sterling is my Rampage MVP this week.
Yeah, dude.
He is...
Is he your professional wrestler of the week?
He's killing it.
Or no, so you're sports entertainer.
Sports entertainer. With the neck brace and the crutch and the hurt and like everybody pushing him around. Like, Marky is killing it in his duties as managers for everybody he's now managing. I think that's why they keep giving him more people.
Yeah, because he's killing it.
He was in 2 segments here that were really good on this show. He's my Rampage MVP. He's really funny.
Yeah, he's good.
And, like, sort of, like... okay, here's what I'll tell you. Here's the best way I can describe this. Marky comes out on the crutch and, like, Jay tells him to shut up and whatever. It's very hard to stand out in a promo when the other three people you have to share it with are the baddies. It's hard.
And Tony Schiavone.
Right. It's hard to stand out in a promo when just Jade is there and Marky is doing it. So kudos to him, man. I think he's doing a really fantastic job in this role. Managers are a bit of a forgotten thing in wrestling. I know AEW likes them a little bit more. Vince McMahon fucking hates them, but like managers used to make shows, man. You know, Heenan, like I know Ed from Pod Van Dam was a couple days or a week ago or whatever was talking about how great Heenan was and like,
oh for sure.
And they said like, if you were in charge of WCW back then, what would you do? And he would say, throw a grenade in the room and lock the door.
Yep.
Again, Bobby Heenan's responsible for the greatest performance in the history of professional wrestling. Yep. But like managers used to matter. Slick, Heenan, you know, fucking Sonny Ono helped make the Ultimo Dragon, Yuji Nagata feud. Like managers fucking matter.
Dude, even like more kind of recently when Leo Rush was with Bobby Lashley.
Right. Yeah.
Look how much he got.
Right.
Like he
absolutely.
He's great. Right. Leo Rush took him to another level.
Before MVP convinced people to let him back in the ring, he was supposed to just a manager for the Hurt Business and Lashley and stuff too. He did a great job there.
Absolutely.
Managers are fucking cool.
Yep.
Look at Stoke, Big Stoke.
Oh, of course.
You know, like it's a bit of a thing that's fallen off the wayside. And it's super important to the wrestling that I like, and it helps. And there's a lot of wrestlers that need that. Yeah. That they need that hype, they need that talker to help them figure it out a little bit and make sure the fans don't sour on them, like we're going to talk about in a little bit. Somebody that can use a manager so that she never speaks into a fucking microphone ever again.
Well, yeah. So Chris Statlander comes out. Because Sheeta is hurt.
Yeah, so this is another thing, too. This is an interesting thing. Sheeta had a bit of a breakdown. Clarification, I think it was just a poor choice of words. Yeah. She was in Japan, and something happened. She wasn't able to make it back in time to get the physical, the checkup or whatever, so they had to pull her. Who knows, whatever the bullshit is.
Who knows?
Who knows? It sucks that she's not in the tournament.
Sure. She's
had her complaints before. I love Sheeta. We love Sheeta. We've been Sheeta fans from the very beginning. I still think she's at or near the top of the women's division in AEW. And has been since the beginning. So that sucks. That's a good replacement.
Yep. I still think if I'm AEW, I just put the rocket on Stat and let her win the fucking thing.
Yeah. I think the Layla thing was an attempt, but ultimately misguided and went over like a fart in church.
Yep. Now Layla's hurt. This new character, right? Like, let her run with it.
They took Stat away. They did what they did with Stat, what they should have done to Nyla, and just go work out. Stay good.
Let's stash you on Dark,
right?
Dark Elevation. While let's change it out a little bit.
Just give us a couple weeks so everyone forgets about the wrench.
Yeah,
and we'll bring you back.
Yeah,
and you'll be cool.
Yep.
and they're cool.
I agree.
Yeah.
Main event.
Yeah, I don't care, dude.
Scorpio
Stop
Sky,
doing shit with Frankie Kazarian.
Frankie Kazarian.
Stop. Just stop.
I get trying to tell a story.
Right, I get it too.
I even like the little tease with like with Ethan Page, you know, a little dissension, like Sky kind of sticking up for Frankie still, because they never had a bad split, you know? And then I do like Sky just fucking turning around, nailing him with the belt.
Right.
And the beatdown. But then Sammy running in.
This is a mess.
What did Dan Lambert call it? Taya? Or no, not Taya. What's her name?
Tay Conti?
Yeah. Oh, he called her Whorehausen.
Whorehausen, yes.
Yikes.
Right.
Oh, much, brother.
Right.
But it's a fucking mess.
I know that it's only been a few weeks, and like I like Scorp as champion. I'm glad they put it back on him, but they've devalued that belt with this program so much. I'm
fine with the hot shotting of the belt.
Yeah, that's fine.
But
that's not what bothers me.
it's just
the Sammy Ty Conti stuff is a miserable failure.
Yeah.
And then Scorp getting it back and then having this match, trying to make us give a shit about Frankie Kazarian.
Yeah, this should not be a main event.
It's not a main event.
Product.
It's not a main event. And I know you're still in that weird time slot and all that sort of shit. And you're not going to give shit away for free at like 5:30, whatever. But this ain't good.
No,
it was only like a month ago when Tony Khan was like, "I'm really going to start stacking Rampage." This ain't it, brother.
No, that's not the way to go. I get, like you said, I get one to build the title up. You don't do it this way.
You're not doing it this way. If anything, you're devaluing it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
not a big fan. I saw a suggestion on Twitter last night for somebody who should have that belt.
There's a big no from me, Doug. So
yeah. So let's move on to Dynamite.
Yes, let's.
Owen Hart Cup quarterfinal. Samoa Joe against the Joker, the first Joker of the evening. Johnny Elite.
I haven't been this disappointed in a Joker since Jared Leto.
God, it's morbid time, baby.
So I got a lot of people because they posted it online. I posted it in the major group when somebody was talking about it. AEW's social media put out the Joker. Here comes the Joker, Johnny Gargano, and tagged Johnny Gargano, and I screenshotted it. It was up for 7 seconds.
I think even they fucked up.
Right,
dude. When it popped up on the Toronto and Johnny Elite, did you hear the crowd? They went crazy
because they thought Johnny Elite. They thought Johnny Wrestling, Gargano. Johnny Elite.
Yeah,
yep,
and then comes John Morrison. Johnny Nitro.
Right.
Johnny Mundo.
You're right.
Johnny Impact.
Right. Who's not signed. They said that he's not signed.
No.
The door's open for more stuff, but he's not signed, which I think is smart. I like the Joker losing. Like, you're always worried about
just
that.
Listen, there's nothing wrong with the one-off.
Right. He's got the name, but like nobody
when
cares.
Jeff Cobb did the one-off, you know, it's fine. Right. It's okay to do that.
But I was just like, ooh. And then people online were responding to my image like, is this real? Did you Photoshop this? I'm like, no, they did this. But I screen capped it when it was up for 7 seconds. And by the time I pressed reply to it, it was gone. It told me I couldn't reply to it. But I had the screen cap. I still have it, which is hilarious. So even there with a Freudian slip, they wanted Gargano in the worst way.
It was weird, too, because I guess
not good.
on that Busted Open show earlier that day, Mickey James was hosting or something.
Okay.
And she was talking to Tony Khan, and he was saying where he goes about the Joker, like last night, he goes, he said to her, he goes, you're like a historian of this business or whatever. You know, if you put your thinking cap on, I don't think it's too hard to figure out who they are.
Okay.
And I'm like, oh, so is he like working them too? Because obviously you say that, you think Gargano Candice.
Right.
You know?
Yeah.
So I'm like, oh, like, is he like playing coy to them too?
Right.
Or like, I don't listen to that show. I heard it's like kind of done in kayfabe a little bit.
Okay.
But yeah, I saw that, and then I saw this.
Well, Ray Deadly's on that show, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so I'll never listen.
See, like, I heard it's good when he's not on it. Like, I guess
Tommy he's not on it sometimes?
Yeah, I guess, like, Tommy Dreamer's on sometimes, and Mark Henry's on sometimes. Okay. But, yeah, he's not, I don't think he's, like, a full-time host or anything.
Right. You should tweet at him and see if he can answer you.
Yeah, okay. No, he'll just vanity search again.
This was a disappointment, I think, even to the fans there. I don't want to say it's a bad match. I think Johnny hit that 450 and it looked like fucking garbage.
It was real bad.
Like he landed and then had to fall forward.
Yeah, not like, dude, when that's it, don't do splash.
Just don't do it.
Do a big
splash.
Do it,
right? Nobody cares. But Joe winning, that's the right way to do it.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's Mm-mm.
Nah.
Mm-mm.
Nah.
Mm-mm.
Nah. Nah.
Mm-mm.
No.
No, thank you.
So next up we
Yeah.
have CM Punk coming out.
Yeah, Phil trying to make me dragging me kicking and screaming into liking him.
Listen, man, Phil.
He did it
thumbs
last
up
time
to
they
you,
were in
brother.
Texas too.
Yep,
So
thumbs up.
good T-shirt.
Big thumbs up.
That's all you need to say. Good T-shirt, pal.
He's the fucking man.
That's right.
Like, when it comes to that shit, he does not back down,
Yep.
which is awesome. And I like even Excalibur, when he sat down, he goes, love your T-shirt, Phil.
Yep.
Or not, Punk, you know?
I wish you would have called him
I
Phil.
know, that would have been great. They were fun on commentary.
If I ever meet him, I'm going to call him Phil.
Yeah, he probably could. They were very fun on commentary during this next match. Hangman Page versus Konosuke Takeshita.
Yes.
At one point, Excalibur's giving like a little background on Takeshita, and he says, "Yeah, you know, he's over in Japan, and he worked this guy, he worked Tenryu," and Punk just goes, "He worked Tenryu?"
Yeah.
He goes, "That's awesome."
Yeah.
And then I saw on the fight feed of it during the one commercial break, they're chopping each other, and he talks about Takeshita working some guy named El Generico in DDT.
They talked about that on the regular show.
Oh, that was on the regular show? Okay.
It was, because I have it in here.
Oh, yeah.
They talked about El Generico.
El Generico?
Right.
Isn't he dead?
Right. Yeah.
That was a fun little tidbit. But the match itself, man, was fucking awesome.
I think this is one of, if not the best Hangman wrestling match they've had.
I'm not going to say it's the best.
I think especially for the surprise value of it being just a match to get to Punk on commentary to get through to the pay-per-view, a match that didn't need to be anything.
Yeah.
This was awesome.
Oh, I agree.
This
I thought
was
it was
really good. I didn't realize that Takeshita was that big.
He's big. He's like bigger than Page.
Right. He looks like when he was standing next to Hangman, he looked like he was like photoshopped to be a little bigger, and just somebody didn't give a shit about the perspective of it, so it looked weird. He's a big dude.
Yeah, he's
we
big
saw him
guy.
live, and I didn't really.
Yeah, it didn't translate when we saw him.
But yeah, he's a big boy. But yeah, I really
awesome.
really like this match. Takeshita, he's gonna be a star. Again, a dude, you know, who probably could use a manager to help with the language barrier. I don't know how. I know he tweets a lot in English.
Yeah.
But you know, that's always a hard thing for Japanese wrestlers in America, because the audiences aren't exactly tolerant a lot of the times to you having a hard time with English when you're cutting promos. But man, he's just in the ring. He's a star.
He's got the star quality. He's got the look. He's just
right. And
he can fucking go.
They must like him, because like Hangman must like him, and the company must like him. If building up to a pay-per-view in 2 weeks, you have your champion go out and get dumped on his fucking head, and have a hard-hitting, awesome, fast-paced match.
Yeah.
That's you put a lot of trust in this kid.
Well, and you know what?
A kid who's 10 years in the business, or 15.
Well, that's Kenny's boy.
Yeah, is it?
Mm-hmm. That's one of Omega's boys.
Yeah.
So he's always going to look out, you know?
Right.
But yeah, dude, it was fucking awesome.
Yeah.
The head dumps. That when he went for the lariat off the top rope and Hangman just landed on his feet, and like, oh my god. I love Hangman hitting the go to sleep.
Mm-hmm.
Great touch.
Right.
Good.
I don't think they've completely pulled this off, but they've managed to position both guys as being like healing on each other.
Yeah,
like you're not sure now. They've gone from like that first one where Punk was like, I'm just gonna fight until I die, and Hangman like, fuck you piece of shit.
That weird, like,
and everybody were like, wait, what's going on? They've managed to sort of lift Hangman up a little bit and drop Punk a little bit, where now they're pretty even on like a root for who you're gonna root for, because we're both just pissed off at each other.
Yeah, I even like the end touch, like, you know, Punk posing on the ramp, Hangman coming down the ramp posing, Punk walking up right in his face and posing, and then Page just walking away. And I think it was Excalibur on commentary, perfect. He goes, Punk's under his skin. Mm-hmm. He goes, he's got him shook. And I was like, that's such a good
anybody
touch.
can get under anybody's skin, it's CM Punk.
Hey man, there's nothing wrong with Phil in my book, man. Right. He keeps doing what he's doing.
As long as he doesn't do a figure four.
Well, you know what? You're gonna have to let that go.
Nope.
Eventually.
Never.
You know,
does that sound like something I'll ever do?
Oh, I mean,
does that sound like me?
I mean, does that make you any better than these major marks then, bitch, in the group? Ugh.
It does because I'm not selling because if I had a vast CM Punk collection, I'm not looking to offload it all of a sudden.
I was laughing like the people who were like, "Yo, if you guys want to flip this shit, we'll take it off your hands."
Right?
Like,
people were, man.
Were they really?
People were.
Oh my god.
People were, and everybody prefaced it like it was either this isn't because of his T-shirt
or him like going at Cardona,
right? Or it's not because of that. I just really need to offload my $300 autographed plaque and all five of his elites. Like it's not because
there's no
reason. It's just time to get rid of this stuff. Yeah, like 3-4 people were unloading their Punk collections.
I wish I would have saw that
in the
the
group.
They wanted a lot of money for it.
Of course they did.
Fucking bitches.
Of course they did.
God damn it. All right. So next match.
Yes.
The next thing I have down here is Swerve.
Yeah.
And Keith Lee against the Workhorsemen.
Right.
I say it all the time. Swerve is like the most effortlessly cool dude in wrestling.
Yeah.
He doesn't need to even try it. He just he's another one that just jumps off the screen for me. He's fucking awesome.
Yeah.
I really like him and Keith Lee as a tag team now that they have a fucking finishers. Even better. Makes me even happier. So yeah, I thought that was cool.
Yeah.
You know, Starks and Hobbs coming out. Hobbs wearing his I Break Back shirt. Good shirts last night.
I'll say this about Swerve, and I'm going to agree with a friend of the show, Daniel Silverthorne, said when Swerve came out, put on Twitter, Swerve making sure I stay a little gay. Hard agree. Swerve's the coolest. I just see Swerve and I'm like, oh man, that dude's cool.
Yeah.
How do you miss on that guy?
I don't get it, dude. Remember, like, for the longest time in NXT, we're going, oh, he hasn't found his footing yet. And then that one match right before the match where he fucked Leon Ruff up, and I go, there it is. There it is right there. Go with it.
Well, he's carried that over. He's able to be himself a little more here. Awesome. He's locked in.
Yeah.
He's killing it. There's a lot of people that I think are just standing in the back waiting for a belt to be handed over to them. Swerve's in that mix. You can't deny it.
Yeah.
A lot of guys there. It's going to be real hard. A lot of people that deserve belts ain't going to get them. Because there ain't that much to go around.
No.
God, there's a lot of dudes.
Everybody's got to eat, you know?
There's a lot of dudes that...
Yeah, and, Starks and Hobbs come out afterwards, and I love them.
Starks and Hobbs are awesome, too.
Again, they're, right at that fucking level, too.
Swerve versus Starks, and I know they've done it, and they're going to continue to do it, is almost too cool for wrestling.
Yeah.
Like, it's hard to have that in a ring because you're just like, wow.
Two of the coolest
dudes.
motherfuckers out there. They're jaw-jacking back and forth.
Yeah.
Jurassic Express comes out. I just don't care about them. I don't.
No.
They need to drop the straps at the pay-per-view.
They have to.
They're like, enough. Just enough.
You absolutely have to. And I think it would have to be to Swerve and Keith Lee. I like Hobbs and Starks a ton. Hobbs is probably, out of all of them, the guy that I see the most sort of potential in for like where he positioned on the card, because everybody else has already, like, Starks has risen up. Keith Lee is already a star.
Yeah.
We know that. And I think you have to go Lee and Swerve because of their recognition. And because of how big of a miss WWE did with both of them, and especially with Keith Lee,
a lot.
I think you put the belts on them, and let you move Jurassic Express out, and then with the belts on, then you continue Lee and Swerve versus Hobbs and Starks, and let that program work its way out.
Yeah, it's tough because I wouldn't be mad with either team winning.
Yeah,
I think both winning are
absolutely.
It's the way to go.
Either way, as long as the only mistake you can make here is Jurassic Express leaving with those titles. They can't.
Fucking cannot.
They can't. They absolutely cannot.
They just can't, dude.
It's been a nothing run.
Yeah,
people don't
they've
care.
Done nothing.
Jungle Jack's being exposed all over the place.
Yeah,
and they've seemingly have backed off. I think it's just because it was too successful before the pay-per-view, and I think you don't want to. You still want people to think maybe it won't happen before the pay-per-view, but you have Christian Turn and Christian Jack is the way to go. Christian Jungle Boy.
Yeah.
You know, and you see what happens there. Maybe the dinosaur dude gets left in the dust a little bit. Jungle Jack takes a bit more of an adult turn in his character a little bit. No, I don't mean like being
I know what you mean.
but like you know, less like here's my boy and dinosaur, and here I'm crazy guy who's gonna wrestle good. But Christian's the way to go for that. So the only mistake you can make is having Jurassic Express retain.
Yeah, for real, man. Next thing here is the whipping of Wardlow.
Oh my god. God level.
Dude, Wardlow is just... I feel like a broken record every week.
Right.
That dude is ready to pop.
Yeah, and we texted a little before this happened, and you were like, "Didn't they do this with Cody with the lashes?" And they did. And he was crying, and like he had like the snots cry, and like Brandy came out to cheer him on and give him that extra.
I remember that.
And it's like, all that, and it's like, but they just did this. Like, what? Why just repeat this shit? And like every time anybody feuds with MJF, it's you can fight me after you fight these three guys and whatever.
You got to take the lashes.
Right? They keep doing the same shit. And I'm like, okay, whatever, but what are they going to do to make this different? And what they did to make this different is make Wardlow look like a goddamn man.
There's no sense. Dude, when he got whipped that first time and he started popping his pecs, I go, a subsection of the internet was awoken.
Right. And he was getting welts, so it wasn't like they were laying off of him.
Just nothing, man. Like they weren't even happening.
Right.
Oh, yeah. I love that. I fucking love Wardlow.
Yes.
Oh, do I have to go back and buy his action figure?
No.
I might.
It stinks.
Wardlow fucking rules. Or just wait for the new one to come out. Oh, but the new one, he's in like that, like blood and guts gear.
Oh, is he?
Yeah.
Is he in like the green gear that he mostly wears now in the first one?
Yeah, it's like the black kind of similar with the Wardlow down the spine.
Yeah. Okay. Maybe. Yeah.
I might have to.
It's just a pretty bland figure.
Yeah, but it's Wardlow and he fucking rules. I do agree with, the ending of this, like MJF kicking him in the balls and beating him down. You got to get your heat eventually.
Absolutely.
So that was fine for me.
Yeah.
Good ending.
I thought Max was good on this again, like coming out not wanting to say where he was and all that sort of stuff. I like that. Yeah. So, yeah.
Next thing here is another Owen Cup match. Kyle O'Reilly, Ray Phoenix.
Dude, this match was a fucking banger.
Dude, they tore it down.
Yeah, this is a banger. And this is what? This is an hour into the show when this starts?
Dude, that first hour was set a blistering pace.
AEW does this every now and then. They give you a whole show in that, a whole ass show in that first hour.
Yeah, man. This match was fucking killer.
Yep.
Kyle O'Reilly, like... It made me be like, man, that was the guy against Finn Balor. Mm-hmm. And that's the guy in Japan, against Shibata and against Kushida. And there he is.
Yeah.
And Ray Phoenix, man, that guy is like a fucking magician in the ring.
Yep.
Running the ropes and shit.
Yeah.
That when he ran the ropes and hit the Hurricane Rana to the outside off the apron, crazy shit.
For sure. I was like, after this match, I was like, what is going on? Because like this is at least the two of these, the Hangman Takeshita and this one, are pay-per-view level fights. The storyline's not there, but like match quality wise, like you're giving this shit away for free on TV. Like these are pay-per-view level quality matches.
Yeah, I saw that consensus last night.
It's
insane. Couple other people saying like
insane.
Like, guys, we're getting this for free.
Right.
This is free fucking television.
If you are watching AEW with an honest mindset, with a genuine critique versus the competition in the WWE, there's no way you can watch in my mind, the first hour of this Dynamite, compare it to anything else on Raw. I'll let you pick and choose what WWE puts on TV. I'll let you pick the best hour of TV that WWE produces out of anywhere for a whole week. Pick 20 minutes from Raw, 20 minutes from SmackDown, 20 minutes from NXT, whatever. Mm-hmm. I don't think any of it can stand up against what like a show like this at the first hour of this was.
It was wild,
and like
man.
So with like genuine critique and look, I don't see how you can say that WWE is better right now. It's just not. It's not.
Yeah,
it's not that there's parts of WWE that are better than AEW.
Sure.
I think Becky Asuka was a way better women's match than AEW maybe has. Definitely has most of the time.
Yeah.
But like this is just such a better, like the storylines make more sense. The storylines are told better. And just the level of match quality. And I just think, and we've talked about this before, but it comes down to the fact that like, and it's what like Jericho and that whole program is about, is like, do you like wrestling or do you like sports entertainment?
Yeah.
It's not that AEW doesn't have some sports entertainment in it. It's not that WWE doesn't have some wrestling in it. But one skews one way or the other. And if you like wrestling, AEW's your show.
Sure.
It has to be.
Yeah.
Especially when they give you this kind of stuff.
I'm not on that nightmare narcotic like Tim is right now for Mr. Cody Rhodes. That's for sure. This is O'Reilly and Phoenix, man.
Fucking banger.
It was
banger,
so
man.
good.
Yeah.
Saying that tweet O'Reilly was sending out to like his childhood friend that passed away this week.
Right.
He's like, I remember wrestling in my basement with him and
Yeah.
stuff. And, I thought that was pretty cool. And you could see he got a little emotional after the match.
It sucks that O'Reilly's still weighed down by the goobers he's attached to. I'm like, I like Cole. Fish, whatever. My opinion of Fish has dropped dramatically over the last 2 years. But like, I really do. Kyle O'Reilly's weighed down by the fact that he's constantly attached to that group.
Yeah. I think there was at like Motor City Con or something this week. They were asking Adam Cole about Roddy Strong.
Yeah.
And he's like, I would kill for Roddy Strong to be with us.
Yeah.
He goes, whatever's going on over there with him right now, like, I hope he gets through it. And he goes, I would kill for him.
Because Roddy's probably the best wrestler out of all of them.
Yeah. Yeah. Remember that match, Roddy working in his jeans?
Mm-hmm.
Remember that shit?
I do.
Because
I remember
got concussed.
I remember watching Roddy work in Ring of Honor when he like first broke out, with the backbreakers and all that sort of stuff.
Oh god, what was the faction? Was it Generation Next? Yeah. I remember buzz cut Roddy, kind of fat Roddy, wearing the blue long boys against Punk,
the Messiah, the backbreaker. Like I remember that.
Yeah,
and like I was there for some of that, and like Roddy was fucking good, man.
Yeah, I agree.
He's good.
Roddy's the man.
Yeah.
Next we had this Jericho Appreciation Society against Blackpool Combat Club, Eddie Ortiz and Santana.
Yeah.
Showdown.
Mm-hmm.
The fucking boss was in the house. I saw that shit. I said, "That's the boss."
Wait, like.
Brian Bosworth.
Really?
Yeah,
I
they
missed
showed
this
him
completely.
Yeah,
really?
It was. I was during somebody's entrance, and I'm like, there's fucking Brian Bosworth.
Did they put his name up?
Yeah.
On? Oh yeah,
yeah, because the Oklahoma guy.
Yeah.
Of course,
What did
it's the ball.
What did his Chiron say? Most famous for getting run over by Bo Jackson.
It should have.
Because that's his most.
Remember when Bo Jackson took that man's soul?
Number one thing he's famous for in all of his football career.
You're damn right.
Was getting his ass run over on the goal line by Bo Jackson. Granted. Everybody got their ass run over on the goal line by Bo Jackson.
Fact.
His just happens to be the most famous one.
Yeah, him just getting his fucking shit knocked out.
Right.
So you had this promo.
Oh, man.
Listen. It's tough. Jericho doing, like, the cheap heat lines.
I hated it.
Regal with his British humor that doesn't go over well in Texas.
Sure.
Like talking about like that's like somebody tweeted out about the line he dropped about the crying orphanage on fire or whatever, and that's like a British thing. I guess somebody's like pointed that out.
Okay.
I wanted this to be like good.
Yeah.
I thought Moxley was awesome during this.
Moxley live on TV saying that ain't gonna work for me, brother.
Yeah. Oh, we'll do the stadium stand. Nah. I ain't doing that shit.
Right. And I thought they were gonna do blood and guts, but they're not. They're just gonna do like an anything goes, no holds barred.
I figure you can't do blood and guts at the pay-per-view.
Right.
2 rings.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, good point.
Yeah.
That's where it's going though.
You would think, right?
I would think. So yeah, I didn't like this. It's a personal reason. It's again, we've talked about it on the show before. I don't have a problem, but like addiction has made a very large impact on my life, and I don't appreciate, even though it's professional wrestling, it being brought up and used to drag anyone.
Sure.
And I get it that it's for heel heat,
yeah.
But I think that some things could be off limits in some ways, and I just. it just rubs me the wrong way. And part of it too is that I wish and hope every day that Jericho's better than this, and he's just sadly not anymore.
Yeah, like
but it rubs me the wrong way. And knowing Jericho comes out every week and is allegedly not clean, and he's going to come out and make fun of somebody. And I get it's wrestling, I get it's performance.
Yeah,
but dragging somebody for battling their demons and winning and making it through the other side doesn't give him the heel heat that I think he wanted, because you're just showing everybody, in my opinion, like how triumphant and strong Jon Moxley is for that.
Yeah, and
so,
I try to look at it. I don't know.
I understand that it's a personal thing. I understand it is the utmost personal preference, but I don't know that the fans were necessarily into Jericho's promo here either.
It's not like I haven't been affected.
Right? No, absolutely.
I don't know. I try to look at everything through the scope of it being a show.
Right.
Like, yeah, I know fucking too much about wrestling. And
right.
It's like I just try to take those glasses off sometimes, and it, like you said about you think you're getting heat on Moxley. Mm-hmm. It's like, are these lines intended to be no, Moxley to lift him up, you know? Even the stuff about Eddie and stoking the flames between him and Dragon. There's always a story about how Eddie's been very open about how this is how he's felt, and he felt like these guys looked down on him a lot, and
they kind of did.
And yeah, they did for sure. There's a lot of truth behind that.
Yeah.
So I try to look at it as Jericho, okay, we're being sports entertainers, let me go the sports entertainment route with shots like that.
Right.
Yeah. And that's where, just from a show perspective, I try to look at it that way.
Yeah, and I absolutely get it. And like I said, it's a thing that's always going to rub me the wrong way. Pet peeve.
And it's not like none of those lines were off the cuff.
Right,
they're all clear.
Right. Yeah, they're all cleared. That's fine. But also to look at it from a wrestling point of view too, that stuff isn't about Jon Moxley, the wrestling character. That stuff is about Jon Moxley, the human being.
Sure.
So it walks a line that I just personally don't give a shit about. It's cheap. But whatever, man. I get it. Jericho's being the heel here, and it worked because it made me not like him, but I already didn't like him.
Yeah.
It doesn't give me oh my God, I can't wait to see Mox get my hands on him. Oh, that dastardly heel.
Yeah.
It's more like this is cheap and you're a dirtbag for bringing it up. So
yeah, I get what you're saying. Like I said, I just try to. I don't know.
I get it.
Sometimes take that step back. But yeah, it's going to be the 5 of them. I don't know when it's going down.
Pay-per-view, right?
Did they announce it for
pretty sure
it is going to happen at pay-per-view?
Yeah.
Well, that's good then. Good.
Yeah.
That's what I like to hear.
Yeah.
So yeah. Next up, we have the other Owen match in the women's division.
Oh, we didn't talk about how William Regal announced to the world that he puts toothbrushes in his butt.
Hey man, you do you.
You do
I
right. You do you.
I don't kink shame.
Yeah, I thought Garcia did a really good job in this part too, with his sort of mannerisms about it was his toothbrush.
Garcia's he's got it down.
He's catching on.
I even I did when Jericho started talking again and he started picking at his mouth. Yeah. So yeah, next Owen match, Britt Baker versus the other Joker.
Right. It could be no one else.
Thank God.
Right.
You know where my mind was going when it was Johnny Mundo, Johnny Nitro, whatever?
Oh, that would have been terrible.
No, it was going to be Taya Valkyrie. For sure.
Wasn't she already there for a second?
No.
No? I thought she showed up in AEW for a hot minute and they were nah, see you later.
I don't think so.
Really?
No.
Okay.
No, because when AEW started, she was still in Impact and she went to NXT as your girl, Frankie Monet.
Yeah. Oh, that's right. Frankie Monet.
I remember that with her dog.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it ends up being the queen, the fucking god of this shit,
right?
Maki Ito,
the only person it could have been.
I was so happy because the day before, so Tuesday, I was watching Maki Ito videos, and she's just the best with her. When she was on Being the Elite that one time, young surprise motherfuckers, and watching that promo for her versus somebody in Stardom when they're like, you say you're the cutest in the world, well, I'm the coolest in the world, and Maki Ito just grabs the mic and says, I'll piss on you, you piece of shit.
She's awesome. Michelle was watching she was in the room for whatever reason when this happened, and Maki Ito came out. I was really excited. She's like, "Who's this?" I'm like, "You remember her?"
Yeah.
She says, "What's up, motherfuckers?"
Yeah.
And she's like, "Oh yeah, I remember her."
And she's the fallen pop star.
Yeah.
I fucking love Maki Ito.
And like, so I had tweeted from the show account like before. I was like, Maki Ito or Riot, because it could be no one else.
Yeah, it had to be.
And then the match happened, and that's unfortunate. Man.
I liked Maki Ito doing the headbutts to herself in the corner.
Yeah.
That was
I
really
thought that was
cool.
awesome. I thought Maki Ito looked great.
I
like
her
that she
even
hit the
do-
headbutt where she put on the brakes and
hit
hit
the Kokeshi.
Yes. Right.
But yeah, Britt Baker.
I mean, Britt like botches a roll up in this match. Like Britt is, she lost, man.
Yeah.
She was getting better and better for a while there, and then she hit a plateau. I'm like, okay, she plateaued. That happens. She'll, her promos will still be okay, and she'll get better eventually, and whatever.
Yeah.
She's sliding down. I think too many people tell her she's great, and she feels she's too great, and I think she's starting to slip. I don't know if she's not working as hard. I don't know her. I don't know what her work habits are.
Yeah.
I don't know any of that shit. But like on TV, it ain't good, brother. The matches aren't any fucking good. She looks lost. She looks a mess in there. And like maybe it's a language barrier. She doesn't have a ton of experience. Maki Ito, working with non-English speaking. I don't know.
Sure.
I don't know what it is. But the promo she gave like a couple weeks ago was absolute fucking dog shit. And this match sucked.
Yeah, it wasn't good.
And like, I think Maki Ito winning the shock win in the tournament again. AEW, I've complained about this forever and ever. They don't do shocks in tournaments that often.
Yeah.
I get it. Whatever. But like, you wanted the roof to come off a building. Maki Ito beating Britt here,
Sure.
with a quick roller.
That
This
was
was
awesome.
This was a quick match too.
Yeah, it didn't go long.
I think you do that. I hope Britt loses the next round. I don't want to see Britt in the finals at all. I think that's bad business if you put Britt in the finals and keep Britt close to this again. And I know they like her, and I know Tony Khan loves her, and she very much is the face of that women's division. Yes, the face. I mean the face. But I don't think you need to heap this crown on her too. I think you can give it to somebody else.
Yeah, it's about damn time.
It is, because and like Britt's gonna have a space there. She's gonna be in the company for a long time. Hopefully, I also imagine she's gonna get some phone calls when that contract comes up.
Oh yeah,
if Tony Khan lets that contract come up, because they like her, the fans like her.
She's not gonna go in. Her and Cole,
right.
Yeah,
right.
she's
not gonna go back.
No.
But those calls are gonna come in.
Oh, of
And
course,
somebody's
yeah.
gonna at least gonna fucking try.
Yeah,
and good for her. I hope she gets a ton of money. But get her off TV for a bit.
Yeah, I agree. She
Because
needs
at
to
this
take a
point,
break.
she's just holding down some of the other female talent. And
Yeah,
that's
she needs to take a break.
unfortunate. Yeah.
Speaking of other female talent,
Yeah. Oh God, this is next. Jesus fucking Christ, dude. A very rare thing happened in professional wrestling with this segment that I haven't seen in a really long time.
Dustin Rhodes couldn't even save it.
No. Universally panned. Like, I didn't see anybody that was like, this was good.
No,
This is what should have been here. This is where this should be going.
Yeah, this
Usually
Serena
somebody
Deeb,
stands up for something, right?
it's
Usually there's a sect of wrestling fans that are like, that was good, you guys are fucking stupid. Everybody was like, what was this?
It just was bad.
Yeah.
It went on too long. It was awkward. They are doing zero favors to Thunder Rosa.
There's a reason why Dean Malenko didn't cut promos.
Yeah.
You let your in-ring do the talking.
Yep.
Right? And Deeb is talented in the ring.
No doubt.
Never going to question that. Has she had stinkers? Absolutely.
Sure.
But she's very talented in that ring. Dustin came out and Michelle was still watching and she's like, why is he in face paint? And I was like, that's a good point because he's just in street clothes. But I'm also fine with the fact that Dustin Rhodes just always paints half his face now.
I'm into that.
But this is bad, man. This she's no personality. She botches lines, and not only she botch lines, but she tries to redo the spot.
Yeah. To coin the soon-to-be named network phrase, this was actively bad.
And here's the thing. She's not wrong in some of the points in this promo.
I just honestly, dude.
But her delivery is
just-
so bad that I cannot get behind what she's saying.
No.
And like, also, and you know, this is the one thing that everybody's also bringing up, and it's the elephant in the room, and you know, I don't want to talk about it, but you can call out the old perverts, but you gallivant with the young ones.
Sure.
And
Yep.
and people know that. The wrestling ain't like back in the day. Everybody knows everything.
Yeah.
So we know who you associate with.
Yep.
And a lot of us just try and ignore it.
Mm-hmm.
And again, I'm not going to defend Vince McMahon at all.
No.
She's absolutely right. Vince makes women get fucking breast implants and do things that are looks they don't want to do and do shitty storylines.
You can't drop a line like that with who you're with.
Right. You can't. And like, I again, it's
not saying that what you're saying isn't true.
Right.
But like,
Right.
are you the one that's going to fly that flag and
You're
deliver
going to
that
get called.
message?
You're going to get called out on it.
Yeah.
It's what it is. And your opinion on that person, maybe you don't feel that way about that person, but the proof is out there that
Yep.
it's just what it is. You know what we're talking about. You know we're fucking talking about it. Everybody's been talking about it.
And
like-
if you don't know,
It's
whoop whoop. And I
It's-
don't mean that for the juggalos, all right?
it's a bad fucking look. You know, and I get the idea of it. It's funny that in the promo she's like, I shaved my head, I did this and that, and I'm like, well, the other people in that group are here, or at least were in this company at one point, which is funny. But yeah, it's just so bad, and like, maybe somebody didn't see that line beforehand, but it should have been taken out and should have just been adjusted to something else that you could to criticize. Because listen, there's a shit ton to criticize Vince for. You can there's the list of the list that Jericho laid out of the moves that he knows. The one about the shitty things that Vince McMahon has done is twice as fucking long.
Yeah.
But this was it was misguided and bad, and the internet exists, so everybody's gonna say, well, what are you talking about? Because we know who you associated with.
Yeah.
And, you know, and I don't want to be like guilty by association, but it happens.
You are getting judged by who you know.
It's true.
Yeah, it fucking sucks. This
was
program's
so bad.
dead in the fucking
Dead,
water.
man, dead. And the person
just-
who's
it
suffering
sucks.
the most is Thunder Rosa.
Yeah, for sure.
She's getting
It sucks.
fucking clobbered.
This is 2 feuds now since
Right.
winning the belt that
Right.
are dead dick in the water.
Absolutely.
Like, just
Yeah.
sucks.
Right.
Actively bad.
Like, they're going to have to, like, get a time machine and just go back in time, and I don't even know who the fuck you can bring back from their prime to help resurrect Thunder Rosa's fucking
it's
title
so
right here.
bad.
Like, I don't know. Can we get it? Can we have Thunder Rosa beat Hulk Hogan for the women's title just to get her fucking heat back? Is bad.
Oh, it's so fucking
It's bad.
bad.
It's
dude.
dying. It's dying a slow, horrible death on
But
television.
I look at it this way too. There's no like heel women in that company that can go up against her now.
Nope.
Like Britt, been there, done that.
Nyla.
Jade,
Right.
No, Jade's doing her own goddamn thing.
Mm-hmm. Right.
Maybe have one of her cronies or whatever run a
Right.
program, but that's gonna suck too.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
It's just
You have to pull the trigger and elevate Jimmy Hayter.
yeah.
You know.
You have to.
Yeah, you're gonna have to because there's nobody else to work. And the thing is, the only way to save this Deeb and Rosa thing, which is gonna be at the pay-per-view, is you gotta slap 5 stars on that match by the end of it. And if you don't,
This is unfortunately this is going to be the piss break match.
Yeah.
And it sucks that
but
it
and,
is.
and that's how AEW positions it though, because they're also still doing
I
this
agree.
at 9:30.
I agree.
Like they're not moving any of that shit anywhere at
God, it
all.
was so fucking bad.
Again, Becky Lynch was right. Like they need a serious thought and adjustment on their women's division. And I know that the talent isn't there right now, which sucks.
Yeah.
They're trying, and one half of it keeps dying a slow death on TV. But you gotta figure it the fuck out.
Real bad. Then main event.
Yeah.
Which I feel like this segment went long, which led to this.
They started the main event at 9 minutes and 51.
Yep.
Or 9 minutes, 51
Yeah.
seconds. It went 6 minutes.
Yeah.
But it started at 9:51 with no mention of an overrun.
Adam Cole, Jeff Hardy.
Yeah.
there's always so much you could fucking do in a 6 minute main event.
Right.
Like if this was in the middle of the show and it was only 6 minutes,
Yeah.
I would have been fine because they played up Jeff being hurt.
Right. Say, thank God the storyline is that Hardy was hurt from being a madman last.
Yeah.
That match was batshit.
Yeah.
Last
like
week.
it's like okay. You know,
I was thinking about that again.
Even like the Bucks like going in like, hey, this is gonna catch up with you. Like smart lay that seed.
I was thinking about that match from last week again. I was like, that match was fucking crazy.
It was nuts.
Who
dude.
let those guys do that? That's fucking nuts. It was fucking crazy.
Yeah.
But yeah, so at least that was there for this.
Yeah. But it's just a nothing match.
It's nothing. Nothing.
You know, I really think that they saved time by Cole attacking him on the ramp.
Yeah.
I mean that.
Yeah.
That wasn't planned.
I think they were like when that happened.
Right at Gorilla, they're like, yo.
They said, how do we get this moving in and out? Because
you don't rob a crowd of the Adam Cole Bebe entrance.
Right. But it didn't even go to 10:01. The show ended at 10:01.
Yeah.
The match ended
like
at
9:58?
9:57, 9:58 because they still had all the Stinger and Darby stuff to do.
Yeah, yeah.
So like they I think that was a last minute call. That was go jump them so we can get this thing fucking going.
Yeah, I agree.
Because you ain't got the time, and we need Sting to no sell a chair shot tonight.
Goddamn fucking right. I love Sting. I thought that was like cool with Sting at the end there. Darby got obliterated on the ramp by Red Dragon. Dude, that was wild.
Yeah, with like an almost total elimination.
Yeah, dude, crazy. Yeah. And then the Young Bucks being too goddamn short that they kicked Sting in the shoulder.
That's because Sting's a man.
Yeah, he's a
human.
giant.
He's a human being. Don't call him a giant. They'll put him against Sean Spears.
God damn it.
But yeah, like God forbid they ever have to super kick Billy Gunn. They'll have to get ladders.
They fucking Pillmanized Sting at the end.
Right?
Should have sold that too.
He should have.
I would have lost my mind.
I would have.
But yeah, real
go
awkward
for yourself, Sting. What are they going to do?
Real,
kick you off the show?
Awkward ending last night. Just you could tell it wasn't formatted well. Something went long. This was super rushed.
Right.
It just wasn't great.
Yeah.
It wasn't even like. Wasn't bad, but it was just
fine.
there.
It was a story to tell, but something more, especially what Hardy and Darby did last week. I'd like to see Hardy try and pull that shit on Cole, and it just kind of didn't happen.
Yeah, I'm with you.
But this show was really fucking good.
Yeah, man, I did too.
They
we forgot to even
show.
mention that Roppongi Vice is back together.
Right, Roppongi Vice is back together. And
they want to get all the tag belts.
When Chuck E. T. Online was like, well, guess I'm done.
Yeah.
And then like they came out, Trent was like, no, we're still together too.
Yeah.
So I'm happy with that. I like Roppongi.
Yeah, me too.
It makes sense.
It'll be fun to see that.
Because that's inching towards Forbidden Door.
Yep.
They're going to plant those seeds before Forbidden Door.
Yeah.
That makes the most sense.
Have Roppongi Vice versus FTR for Forbidden Door.
Yeah, right. Do something like that.
I'd be fine with that.
Right, which is sort of like a New Japan Light.
Yeah,
kind of thing.
But still, hey, your guys are already there. Make it happen.
Right.
All right. So let's switch gears here. Let's go over to New Japan Pro Wrestling. We're not going to talk about our trip yet.
Not yet.
Because the Best of the Super Juniors started on Sunday.
Yes.
And we're very hyped about this.
We are.
So I'm going to break it down this way.
You
son of a bitch, you. So from A Block, night 1.
Yes.
The only match I ended up watching, and I know you watched it too, Hiromu Takahashi versus Ryusuke Taguchi.
Big match Taguchi.
Big match Taguchi.
Big match Taguchi. So let's just clear this out here. I'm gonna watch every Taguchi match in this tournament.
Yes.
I'm gonna watch
rightfully so.
I'm gonna watch every Wheeler Yuta match in this tournament. The next couple of weeks while this is happening, this is what we're going to be covering as sort of our de facto watch list, because there's a lot of wrestling going to be happening, and the lineup is really good. Ace Austin, Alex Zane, and your old, Ishimori, all these guys, really cool stuff. This is the beginning of it, and Big Match Taguchi is fucking delivering.
Well, Big Match Taguchi said, I'm no butt stuff.
No
hashtag
no butt stuff.
I'm playing it straight. We're not doing this.
Yes. And as the American representation of Taguchi Japan,
that's true. There's photographic evidence.
I was concerned. You
were concerned
because it's like it's taken away. It's like taking away the camera from Martin Scorsese.
It's true.
You know what I mean? It's like telling
taking
you
Jimi Hendrix' hands.
Right. It's like telling Usain Bolt that he can't run anymore. He's got to jog. It's just it's tough business. Yeah. It's tough business. You're handicapping yourself, and I get it. When you're as good as Big Match Taguchi, you want to drop it down a bit to make it a little better for everybody
Understood.
else. You know, he's a humble man.
This is a tournament.
He's been there.
He has taken this serious.
Right.
Okay.
He's 20 years in this business. This is his 17th
Dude,
Best
when
of Super
they
Junior
said
tournament.
that, I like double took.
He's won it.
Yeah.
You know, he's made stars. You know. So he's like, I'm gonna take this serious. Show these kids what's up.
Yeah.
What Big Match Taguchi is all about.
That's right. So
Hashtag no butt stuff.
This is night 1 of the A block. Bell rings and Taguchi tries to hit him with a flying ass. And he fucking missed, and it was the best goddamn spot I've ever seen in my life.
This match is legit.
Dude, I lost my mind.
Probably my favorite comedy match I've ever seen. And people were complaining about it.
They were.
Online about being too much comedy. Because Hiromu's very funny in this match, too.
Hiromu's a funny motherfucker.
Right. And Hiromu is a super talented dude trying for the three-peat.
Like
Nobody's three-peated before.
He's a goof.
Right. It'll be Hiromu's 4th win, which nobody's done before. Nobody's ever won 3 in a row. I think he's got a real good shot at it, but I don't think he's going to win it.
No.
But immediately Taguchi goes for the hip attack, misses, and gets so disappointed in himself that he lays down on the mat and asks Hiromu to pin him.
Yeah, he's so disappointed. He's shamed
that
himself.
His strategy didn't work. He had everyone tricked.
He had him fooled.
Everybody was like,
line, and sinker.
Hashtag no butt stuff. He's like, I'm taking this serious. And he thought he had everybody tricked, and he didn't. So he's like, just pin me. Just pin me. I'm disgusted with myself. Just pin me.
When that fucking bell rang and he charged across the ring, I was like, oh, fuck. Oh, my God. He tried to hit him with the ass.
Right.
It was the coolest.
So then Hiromu goes to pin him per his request, and Taguchi grabs a heel hook. Yep. And then it's just funny. If you like comedy wrestling, you cannot go wrong with this match. And like, I love comedy wrestling, and it's so hard to do successfully. You have to really know wrestling.
Sure.
People talk about that all the time. Chris Jericho talked about that with Orange Cassidy. Like, you have to understand wrestling to
you
make
have to be
that
a good
shit
wrestler.
work.
Yeah, absolutely.
You know, Ebasan is a legend.
Yep. Colt
Cabana, you know, Kikutaru.
Yeah.
And like, Taguchi is a very, very talented wrestler. He's won Best of Super Junior. He's been in the company for a long time. He's the oldest tenured junior on the New Japan roster. Yep. He was actually a trainer for a very long time.
Yeah.
He's a really good wrestler, and he understands how to make this comedy shit work. And him and Hiromu have so much fun in this match. They do in a spot where they're chasing each other. Like, Taguchi's chasing Hiromu around the ring, and they do like 2 laps, and like Hiromu's running, and Taguchi stops because he blown himself up, and he's walking after him, and then Hiromu hides under the mat, and Taguchi like spins around to drop him down. It was hilarious. There's a point where Taguchi drops his tights to show that he is in fact wearing his only pair of underwear in this match, not his 69 G-string. Hiromu wins.
Yeah.
Because it's what Hiromu does. Yeah. I think Taguchi, they said he's never beaten him in a Super Junior tournament. So. It's just so funny.
It is.
Like,
it's fun,
like,
man.
I think like I really genuinely love comedy wrestling. Yeah. And there's some good wrestling in this too.
Oh, 100%. Yeah.
But like, this is I belly laughed in this match.
Yeah.
It's so funny, especially if you watch the before and after promos and the hype and Taguchi saying, and commentary's putting it over, hashtag no butt stuff. Yep. He's taking it serious. He's not going to hip attack anybody. And just immediately.
Dude, that was
amazing.
Like seriously one of the funniest goddamn spots I've just perfectly knowing timed.
Like, yeah, perfectly timed.
Bell rings, just darts right for the ass.
Yeah.
Oh, man. Timed. So
I loved it.
It's the only thing I watched A Block Night 1.
Me too.
A Block Night 2, we have Taiji Ishimori against Ryusuke Taguchi.
Right, so
you're getting a lot of Taguchi.
This is skipping a day though, right?
I just figured we're gonna we'll break down A Block, B Block.
Oh, okay, that works.
A Block first, then B Block.
Yes,
because I just want to hop back.
Yeah, that's fine. You know? Okay.
So yeah, this is Taiji Ishimori, who's the current junior heavyweight champion.
Yes.
Just won it from El Desperado at Wrestling Dontaku.
Yeah.
Against Ryusuke Taguchi.
Yes.
This match, there was a spot I laughed so fucking hard when Ishimori has Taguchi on the outside and he runs him like nut first into the post, like the atomic drop position.
Yeah.
And Taguchi, when he falls to the ground and he just lays with his legs up, like his ankles by his ears, just laying on the ground looking deadpan at the camera. It was so fucking funny.
They do a thing in this match where they're on the outside and like Ishimori like whoops Taguchi's ass all the way out into the stands and then like sprints back to the ring to beat the 10 count. And I'm like, they're going to get Taguchi counted out here. And he makes it just in time, but like he's winded, so he doesn't want to run. Hilarious. This match, Ishimori is very talented, super fast wrestler.
Noah guy,
right. Taguchi loses this match too.
Yes. But and then the spot in the beginning where they were kind of like shaking hands and Taguchi got him to dance.
Like his old like sailor boy gimmick. Yeah, Sendai Sailor gimmick. Hilarious. So Taguchi loses this match.
How did Taguchi lose the match, DJ?
His entire butthole was out. Remember,
his whole asshole was out.
We talked like a week or two ago about the spot where he literally drops his pants.
Yeah, when he put his asshole on Yoshinobu Kanemaru's nose,
right.
Man. His butt cheeks were spread.
Right. This one, for seemingly no reason, he goes to pin Ishimori and drops his pants all the way.
He just it just tries to put his asshole on Ishimori's face.
He's got the tights, he's got the red underwear, and he drops it all the way. There's no G-string.
Man.
And he's like holding the fronts up so you can't see his wiener. And
dude, if he hangs dong, you're gonna lose it.
He gets reversed into the pin, and it's like a schoolboy kind of roll up. But his pants are still down. And like Big Match Taguchi might be the most flexible professional wrestler ever. Because if you're at home and want to try what Taguchi did, roll yourself up like a schoolboy.
I hope you're trying. Trying.
But reach all the way up in between your legs. So that both of your hands cover your asshole.
He was covering his butthole.
Because he was stark ass naked in this pin. And if he didn't have both of his hands over his asshole,
his asshole just went right off camera.
You would have seen everything,
dude.
We would all have intimate knowledge of what
you would have seen inside of Taguchi.
Right, you would have seen his butthole, like not his butt crack, his butthole.
Take your butthole out.
Look at the sniff.
Smells like poop.
Smells like poop. So like he's in the schoolboy rolled up, and like both of his hands are
I'm fucking sweating. I'm
covering his butthole. It's ridiculous. And then afterwards, he cuts the after-match promo, and he's like, "There was nothing to see.
That was safe for work." He said.
Yeah, he's like completely legal.
And then he also put on Twitter last night he's changing his name from the Funky Weapon to the Athlete.
To the Athlete, right.
And somebody quoted and said the premier Athlete.
Right, he's the cerebral assassin. He is, once again, like, no shit. Oh my God,
so much fucking fun, man.
1A, 1B, it's Tomohiro Ishii, Ryosuke Taguchi.
Too bad the Super 7 line's probably dead.
I know.
Get a Taguchi
he
action
is.
figure.
I don't know that he'll win a match in this.
He will.
He said that he said again he's going to be serious this time. And again, this match had good wrestling in it. He hit the three amigos.
I agree. The wrestling in this was really good. Yeah.
And Ishimori is one of the fastest dudes. Great looking guy. This was again a lot of really good wrestling in this match. But man, is he funny. He's killing it on the comedy in this shit.
Like actually amazing.
But he's saying he's going to be serious again. And who knows? Maybe that means he is.
Don't trust
Maybe
it.
He's not. I'm not going to trust it. But I'm going to watch it.
He's going to get somebody with that ass.
He's going to. He's going to beat somebody, at least one person in this tournament, with a bare ass to the face again.
With a butthole on your nose. It's going to happen.
Right. I don't know how a person could physically drop their pants further than he did in this match. Like, and keeping and not be arrested afterwards.
Oh my God, it's the fucking
but
coolest
this
thing
is
ever.
like full on. Like his asshole was out.
Yeah, his literal asshole.
His literal asshole was out.
Oh Jesus!
Like,
Christ.
yeah, it's
what a man.
I think this match too, in this run so far, the two matches he's had so far, to me, there's no question for Forbidden Door you do Taguchi OC.
Oh, I wish, man. I wish.
I don't know that you will because I think you want OC to be funny and then turn it on. And you can against Taguchi.
Sure.
But OC might work a little better against
Their
a
paths
straight
need
opponent.
to cross
but those
eventually.
paths, right, those paths need to cross. Even if it's just like a wink and a nod backstage segment.
Yeah.
And I don't know if they're going to include Taguchi. He doesn't come to the U.S. on these tours.
Not.
I don't think he's a big enough name over here.
No.
But my God, I need Taguchi and OC to meet up and just do something. Because they're both so funny and so good at this and both so super talented wrestlers.
Yeah.
That, man, like, Taguchi is just fucking killing it.
Yeah.
Man. I love him so much.
Yeah. The other match I watched from A Block Night 2 was Hiromu Takahashi versus Francesco Akira.
Yes, Italian, Italy's biggest wrestling star, handpicked by Ospreay to be in United Empire.
Since Bruno Sammartino.
Yes.
He's only 22
David
years old.
Sammartino. Yeah. Oh, right, 22.
Yeah.
Wow.
Like, he's going to be good, man.
This is a solid match.
I thought it was very solid. Nothing like, like you need a must-see.
Yeah, I don't think it was a breakout or anything.
But I thought it was super solid.
Super solid, yeah. Especially for a guy we don't really know.
Yeah, I don't know much about him. I know he had the junior belt in All Japan.
Yeah. Okay. And hanging with somebody like Hiromu, who's great.
Yeah.
Hiromu is just great.
Yeah.
So,
Akira's chest actually freaked me out, though.
Especially
I don't know why it freaked me out.
After the chops, they all like welted up. Yeah, that's
kind of weird.
I get it though, man. I was when I was a younger man, I was seeing the dermatologist for a little bit for some ointments and stuff. So
like, brother,
I get it.
Let's get you, brother.
It's tough, but he looked good, man.
Yeah,
I really
he did.
I was
impressed with him. So
I'll keep an eye when he's wrestling somebody that I dig.
Forward.
We'll see what happens.
I agree. Yeah, because he's part of United Empire now.
Right. Yeah.
So B Block Night 1.
Yes.
I watched Robbie Eagles.
Yeah.
Against Wheeler fucking Yuta.
Me too.
Dude.
This match, pure like wrestling standpoint, this is the best match I saw from
I'd have to
the
agree.
juniors.
Yeah, I'd have to agree.
In like the first 2-3 days of it.
Yeah, dude. Robbie Eagles gets the win.
Yeah.
Which I was like, okay, that's fine. He's a former junior champ.
Right. He's the name over there.
Just had the junior belt Tiger Mask, the tag belts with Tiger Mask.
Yeah, right.
So I'm
former
okay with
Chikara
that.
star.
Yeah, well, that is true.
Yeah.
But yeah, dude, I thought Wheeler looked awesome in his debut.
Of course, I'm rooting for Wheeler all the way through 100%, this.
100%.
But like, whoa. This was really fucking good, man. This was like 15 minutes, not even 15, like 13 change maybe. No breaks, just fucking going from bell.
I liked him going and trying to do cattle mutilation and trying to use the Death Rider.
Right.
Like,
yeah.
Nice little touches.
He used the elbows at one point.
Yeah. Good touches there. But
sure.
This match was fucking
This
awesome.
was, and I didn't watch this morning stuff yet, but this was, I dug this a lot. I thought Wheeler really showed out here. And Robbie Eagles is good, man. Not my favorite dude, but he's a name there.
He's solid.
They put some belts on him.
He's solid.
They like him, and Wheeler looked fucking good. This was a really good match.
The other match was the main event from this show.
Yeah.
El Desperado versus Teton.
Yes.
Teton from CMLL, I believe.
Yes. Not the first man to use Teton in CMLL? No.
Who else?
Jack Victory.
Like the Jack Victory?
Oh, yeah. Jack Victory.
Oh, hey, now I didn't know that.
I'm always shocked when I see Jack Victory wrestle because I just remember Jack Victory being in a wheelchair.
Same.
Anyway.
Same.
Yeah.
I thought this was super solid as well.
I like this a lot. I like the
they worked fucking psychology
right,
with the legs.
With the leg. I think that's what I like. And like Desperado, they're both high flyers. Desperado's a masked guy.
Yeah.
Desperado,
he came up through New Japan.
Yeah,
he's through the dojo.
Not as high flyer as Teton. Teton's pure luchador.
Yeah.
But I like the psychology of like I got this guy who's doing crazy flippy stuff and like to at one point like the kind of the stuff that Ray Phoenix does on AEW, but like stepped up even like an extra 2 or 3 springboards on some shit.
Yeah.
So what do? You take out his fucking leg.
Yeah. Dude, when
Smart.
he puts him in like that stretch muffler move and he like grabs both arms, oh man, it looks brutal.
Yeah, I thought that was. I thought the psychology in this was really good.
Big fan of Desperado.
Yeah.
I thought Kevin Kelly dropped a little nugget that was a little curious on commentary. He said, "Oh, a lot of people Hiromu Takahashi. That's the company's face of the junior division."
Yeah.
They go, the real face of the junior division is El Desperado.
I think,
he said, he goes, if you've been paying attention, that's the real face.
I think Desperado has the best chance to win it this year.
I do too.
I really,
Yeah.
I think because he just had the belt, the
He just
junior
lost
belt.
it. Yeah, just lost it.
I think he's a good chance of winning this. There's a good chance that Hiromu takes it again. They want him to break that record because Hiromu was that fucking good and that well loved. And like, there's always the sneak of like Phantasmo or whatever. Yeah. But I think Desperado's gonna take it. I think he's I think he's ready, and he just had the belt and like looks cool and like, you know. Yeah.
So I did watch the stuff from this morning.
Yes.
I won't spoil who won for you.
Okay.
But I will say go out of your way to watch Wheeler Yuta versus Doki.
Dookie, yeah.
It is Doki because there's a move that he does in the match, and Kevin Kelly calls it the Doki Chokey.
Okay.
It makes me real happy.
All right. Kevin Kelly's been really good on these calls.
He's been awesome.
Yeah.
Because he's calling it himself, too. No Charlton or anything with him.
Oh, is it just him?
Yeah. Just him. So that's it. And he's over in Japan.
They've wrestled some small places, too. Like, the junior division isn't the most popular over there. They're not the biggest shows.
Yeah, the B block shows so far have been in, like high school gymnasiums.
Yeah.
And almost
and they're also, Japan is still also pretty strict about other COVID stuff. So
for sure.
Smaller venues, whatever. But
so I would say go out of your way to watch that. Again, I'm not going to spoil anything for you there.
Yeah, we'll talk about them next week.
Then also watch El Lindaman.
Of course.
Versus T10.
Well, the El Lindamaniacs.
So the fun thing about El Lindaman was Wednesday morning.
Yeah.
He left the tour to go work GLEAT at Korakuen in Tokyo.
That's the title match?
Yeah.
Okay.
And then, as soon as he was done, wherever they were at in Japan now, he went to work the match today against like, that's impressive. Yeah. Very cool, man. Like,
he's running wild.
I think that Lindaman Maniacs runs wild, man. So, yeah, I'd go out of your way and watch those. I heard Desperado TJP was good.
Yeah.
I didn't watch it. I'm not a TJP guy. Maybe I'll go back and watch it tomorrow or something. I don't know. But I do like Desperado. Yeah. So
I also liked on these shows, and I didn't watch them, but they do the tag matches to sort of set up the tournament matches coming up. Yeah. And I like that they just threw Tenzan into one of them.
Hey, man, he's over there. Why not?
Right.
Let him do it.
And he's just Mongolian chopping small men, and I'm like, yeah.
I like that. Yeah. I like that a lot.
But yeah, so this is the thing. The next bunch of weeks, this is what we're going to focus on. Yeah. I'm watching all Wheeler, all to good big match to Gooch.
Same.
And then I'm gonna float in and out on whoever I can and kind of dedicate a bunch of time to broadening the scope of the Super Juniors and watch as much Teton and El Lindaman and Alex Zane and Ace Austin, who we had, shout out to was Mystery Men.
Yep.
We had last year. We talked about Ace Austin should be in the Super Juniors. So I want to watch a bunch of his stuff. I want to support those guys, talk about those guys. Yeah. Something that isn't even as popular for New Japan in Japan is the junior stuff. And like the heavyweights are off. Like you're not seeing Naito do shit. Like,
they're just chilling right now. That's all. Resting up. Honestly, resting up.
The touring right now
ready
is
for
the juniors. Right, exactly.
That's what they're doing.
So this is the juniors' time. And let's talk about it a little bit because there's a lot of really talented people in this fucking thing and a lot of good new people over there. So
I agree with you.
Yeah. And plus, there's some fucking like old school, like Kanemaru, fucking talented as all hell, man.
Dude, don't sleep on him.
Right. There's some old guys that I'm like, oh, that's cool, man. There's some good people around. Yeah. So yeah.
So hey.
Yeah, buddy.
Let's talk about our weekend here.
Yes, let's talk about it.
So we went down to Washington, D.C. on Saturday.
We collided in the Capitol.
For New Japan Capital.
Not like Jericho's wife did, but like, allegedly, but like, you know what I mean?
Yeah, so we decided, hey, fuck it. Eddie Kingston, Tomohiro Ishii got announced.
Yep.
We're going.
Yes.
So, I don't know. What do you want to talk about? What do you want to talk about the trip itself? Do you want to highlight everything?
So I don't want to go super long on it because I understand people want to listen to other stuff. But I do want to talk about a trip because it's fucking awesome.
Yeah, dude.
So from where we're at, just to give everyone an idea, it's about a 4-hour ride.
Yep.
We stayed overnight.
Yeah.
In Virginia.
It's a little too far for
the trip back. Easy drive. It's always an easy drive. Sure. We've done trips all over. Mm-hmm. This was cool, man. I will tell you that Virginia might be for lovers, but Virginia is not for drivers.
Certainly ain't.
If you're from Virginia, you're listening to this, I'm sorry. I'll tell you the same thing. Pennsylvania, shitty drivers.
Yeah, absolutely.
But Virginia, bad drivers.
Yeah,
Just bad. Good roads though.
Great roads. Get your shit together.
Right. Drive them because we got shitty roads up here in Pennsylvania, and we drive like shit. You have good roads. You should appreciate them and drive better.
1,000%.
Stayed at a nice Marriott.
Yeah, man.
Nice little place.
Yeah.
Maybe at some point on the after the show, we might have seen some ladies of the night.
I'm gonna confirm we saw some ladies of the night.
But
It definitely was.
Definitely was. But fine trip down again, like 4 hours.
Easy.
No big stop, no big anything's really.
You hit your few little stoppages, but that's why you leave early.
Some traffic, but we got all that taken care of. Yeah. Excited to go down there.
Yeah, dude.
And got down there, spent like hour and a half in the hotel room.
Yeah.
To where we stayed about a half hour from the arena.
Yep. I just watched Dusty Rhodes promos on YouTube on the TV.
Right. And we drove to the arena. Small arena, only like 4,000, 4,200 people or so.
And even the setup was for less.
Right, setup was for less.
Because the whole top deck wasn't sold.
Yeah, right.
I think it was like over 2,000 people there maybe about 2,000.
Is that it? That was
I think it was about 2,000.
Okay,
there,
well.
Yeah.
But cool, like sort of horseshoed, like the entrance was on the far side. And got there, lines were long, let people in on time, hit all that stuff. Nice and easy. Yeah. Had some people split some lines. We actually made out real good because we were out way back and they split like the line, like maybe like 6-7 people in front of us and took us around the other side of the building to get in.
Yeah.
Got in. First thing we did was a fine gentleman said my name.
Yes.
Kevin Ford.
Yes. Kevin Ford
said my name, and I was like, because who knows me? Wasn't expecting to be recognized.
And it's funny because your friends don't really call you.
No,
DJ.
Right. I'm not DJ, right? But it's always weird, like when like, and it's just because it's nickname stuff, but like close friends call me the dude. And that's what that is. But like, so it's cool, like to hear him, and I was like, what?
Yeah, that was awesome.
See him nice. Just talk to him briefly. It was a lot of shit going on.
Dude, I felt bad. I wanted to talk more, but we just got in the arena. I'm trying to figure out where we're sitting. I'm trying to figure out where merch is.
Right.
And I'm like, I felt bad. I felt like I rushed a little bit. So Kevin Ford, I apologize.
It was nice to see him.
Yeah, it was very cool.
That short kind of shit's always hard because like you're in the hallway. There's people rushing back and forth. Yeah. The show's starting in, the first match, that dark match was starting in like 10 minutes. We're trying, both of us, we're all trying to find the merch table.
Yeah.
But it was really good to see you, man. Thanks for seeing and calling out.
Very cool.
Getting my attention.
Hang with him for a little bit.
Really cool to see you. I didn't even really get to see you after the show. I'm sure you dug it. We talked a little bit afterwards.
I hope he writes up his reviews because I read his New Japan Strong reviews.
Yeah.
So
there you go. But that was cool. You might already have it up even. So that was really cool. We found the merch. Merch was expensive.
Merch was expensive. Just give Kevin Ford a little plug here.
Yeah, go for it.
At KFord13 on Twitter, kford13.wordpress.com.
All right.
And he did post that show with a picture of Tanahashi.
Tanahashi man. So found the merch, paid $40 a t-shirt.
I didn't give a fuck. I was stoked to be there.
Yeah. I did wear mine. It fits me good. I know you said maybe a little size an issue.
Well, I'm curious because the King Switch one, because I bought a Jay White shirt.
Yeah.
I wonder if that one came from Japan or not. I don't know.
Maybe.
I didn't try the other one on.
My Capital Collision shirt, like the event shirt, fits me good, but it's that like shitty waxy iron-on print on it, which is going to like crack very, very quickly. I wanted to buy a Daryl Takahashi, but it was like $65.
I mean, if I was...
they had like Minoru Suzuki t-shirts for $80. Shit's expensive.
Because they're literally the ones from Japan.
Right.
Still, that's
fucking so we waited in that long-ass line, skipped the Nick Comoroto dark match.
Yeah, whatever.
And got to our seats. Pretty good.
Seats were fucking dope.
Seats were awesome.
Yep.
Pretty close to, I mean, they're not a bad seat in that fucking house.
No, there really wasn't.
Had a little, like, row was just sort of the two of us, a little closer to other people than I thought we were going to be. But that's fine. But, like, very similar to the seats we had for AEW, like, in position.
Yeah.
But smaller venue, much smaller venue.
Yeah. Yeah, we watched Carl Fredericks versus Red Narita, which was
really good, right? A big Red Narita fan. So he's going to be a star, man.
Dude, he's going to be huge.
Yeah, huge star.
So the next match was like Team Filthy versus Fred Rosser and his crew.
Right.
And
With whole ass man J.R. Kratos.
He's a big boy.
The big dude.
And I said to him, like, hey, man, I'm going to go get a drink. And he said, hey, I'm going to join you.
Right.
So went, got some food. And,
if you didn't watch it, the card is stacked like New Japan cards always are.
Yeah.
The opener 2, 3
big
are
group
big group tags, and you'll pull out the feuds. Lawler and Fred Rosser have a feud coming up on. They've been feuding forever on Strong, but they have a big title versus career match.
Yep.
So you get that sort of stuff.
Yeah.
And like it's not that they're not good, but they're insignificant. So if you need to get up and do your thing, you could do your thing. And that's what we
out of the whole show. If there was one match, that was the one to do it,
right
for me.
Yeah, for sure.
And then like where we were at, we were standing there.
Yeah,
and it was cool. At each top of each section, there was like a big open kind of like frame.
Yeah,
that you could just look out and see the whole arena.
Right,
and,
like sort
just
of
hang out and watch
through the. I don't know what the hell what the word for the hallways are, but corridors, whatever. But yeah, there was these big cutouts, and you could see everything. So that was cool. If you're standing in line, you can still watch what was going on,
which was cool. And so we're standing there, we're eating our hot dogs.
Yeah. Well, because this arena too, this is like the home of the DC WNBA team.
Yeah, the Mystics,
and it's the training facility for the Wizards, and there's a G League team there too.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah, and so we're standing there, and I'm looking at you.
I got a Rita's. They had Rita's.
They had
fucking
Rita's, man.
Gelato at the fucking stand. I got one of them.
It's wild.
It's awesome.
Well, I said to you, I'm like, yo, there's a bunch of open seats here because it wasn't a full sellout, and literally, like there's not a bad spot in there.
Mm-mm.
And I go, yo, let's sit here.
Right, and so
it was the fucking right move.
Right, we were much further up, but a little more square on the ring, and like there was nobody around us.
Yeah, like
there was
like a couple people spattered. That's it.
So like we were able to spread out, take a seat in between us, sort of be a little louder. Not not have to worry about so many people. There was an annoying fucking dude behind us in our seats, and like I loved our seats, but I had so much fun when we moved because it was just much more low key.
Yeah, it was very listen, like. You and I are very low key,
right?
Like,
right. I just want to fucking hang out and chill, and
I'll cheer when I want, like,
right. There's a dude behind us, and like they announced that if you ever watch Japanese wrestling, they said the 5 minutes, 10 minutes. It's like, oh, they're announcing the time. Why would they do that? And like the Japanese wrestlers come out or whatever, or in the tag match comes out, and he's like, I haven't heard of one of these people, and I'm just like, dude, just shut up and watch the show.
Just fucking enjoy it, man.
So like just people just bitching and moaning about what's going on, and I'm like, these are good spots.
Yeah,
and like the weird, I think they didn't sell these seats because if you looked on the seat map when you went to buy tickets,
it was awful.
They looked like they were
bad seats
back like behind the entrance ramp,
and they weren't.
No. You can see where the wrestlers step up before they're shown, but it was not behind the entrance ramp. It was dead center with the side of the ring, hard cam to the left.
Yep.
So like it was really good to just sit up there and watch and like just be chill.
Yeah.
Much more low key, not crammed in. Also stadium seats not the most comfortable thing in the world. So we were able to sort of take it easy, chill out, and really enjoy the show.
Yeah.
And not that we wouldn't have from our regular seats.
I was just going to say, not that we wouldn't have, but like this made it even better.
Right. Much more low key. We both of us try to be as chill and relaxed as we possibly can.
We sure do.
So yeah, that was fucking awesome.
Yeah, we try not to get into confrontations at professional wrestling shows.
Right. DM us if you want to know. But
my let's just say my streak of non-confrontations at wrestling shows broke.
One show broke.
Yep, literally a show broke.
But I don't remember this card because I don't have it written down here. But I did watch some back on TV.
I watched the whole thing back. I'm not going to go through everything.
Guide us through. Pal.
Yeah. There was the United Empire 4-man tag against the whole Mighty Don't Kneel crew, which is Jonah, the two dudes that were in NXT as TM61, and Bad Dude Tito.
Bad Dude Tito, looking like 1999 Scott Steiner.
He did. Yeah. They were against Jeff Cobb, Aussie Open, which I don't know their names separately, and who's their fucking
Danny Limelight. No,
because he botched.
He was in the fucking. He did. He botched that finish in the Fred Rosser match.
Who the fuck was the other guy? Who else is in United Empire?
Jeff Cobb.
Aaron Henare.
Oh yeah,
yes, Aaron Henare.
That's right.
That match was really good.
Absolutely.
Watching it back too, it was really good. When
Jonah and Jeff Cobb is what everybody wanted
when the
to
competition happens, when they clear the ring and that place exploded.
Right. Absolutely.
Also, I think it is official that we can ride for the Great Okan.
Yes.
Never thought I'd say it in my life.
Right. So this is one thing I did want to talk about, and I did watch this back I wanted to listen to this match. So it's Chase Owens, Great Okan.
Uh-huh.
Chase Owens, arguably the shittiest member of Bullet Club ever.
Yeah. Even shittier than like Captain New Japan when he was in it. The Bone Soldier.
So you can't hear how bad Chase Owens was booed on the broadcast. He was booed real bad.
Yeah.
And like he just does Kenny Omega's moves. That's his gimmick.
That's it. That's all he does is Omega's moves.
Why?
He sucks.
Is it like a rib at Omega? Like
I
they're
don't
trying
know,
to rib Omega for leaving?
He stinks.
I don't get it. He's a fucking joke. Nonsense, but we ride for Great Okan.
I'm down with the Great Okan.
Because that man knows how to dress to go to the beach.
Yeah.
He did like a cool like crawling to the ring entrance.
Yeah, he's a creep.
Yeah, and like 100% got this crowd all the way behind him. That was awesome.
Yeah.
Interesting thing about this show that I realized watching it back, I only watched a few matches. What happened with the hard cam? They never really showed it. It was all side of the ring stuff. Like they shot most of this for the pay-per-view.
They were showing stuff from hard cam.
Were they? It didn't seem like much. As
Yeah,
much as they would.
not
They
a
taught
ton,
it all
but
real
there
close.
was.
Yeah.
It's weird how they shot this like to make it look like nobody was there.
Yeah. It's super
which
weird.
is weird.
Yeah.
But it also,
weird.
I look at it as like, well, it's a lot of the Japanese style where it's mainly just like not so much focus on the crowd,
That's
light over
true.
the ring.
And they are in Japan much farther away from the ring than they were here too, like the fans and stuff. So
Yeah.
But, yeah.
So next, there was Brody King versus Minoru Suzuki.
Yep.
This is where we really got into the meat of the show.
This is
here.
like where this is when it shifted into gear.
Yeah, Brody versus
Yeah,
Suzuki.
this is what put asses in seats.
Suzuki just being gross and working the hand.
Yes.
That's like, yeah, we're gonna work a body part. The hand.
Right.
Dude, Brody hitting the Gonzo bomb and winning.
Yeah, crazy.
That
Short
was-
match too.
Yeah, it went less than 10 minutes. Wild.
Yeah.
I think you're gonna see Brody in the G1 this year.
Yeah, you think so?
I think so.
Okay, that would be good
I
little
think
introduction there.
That was a big to go over clean as a whistle like that over.
That's true.
Minoru Suzuki.
That's true. Yeah.
I can
And
see
he, like,
them prepping him
About
for the
halfway
G1.
through the match, he took Suzuki out of his element and started whooping on him.
Dude.
So you didn't get the typical Suzuki match. You so it started that way. Suzuki worked the hand, so like whenever Brody would throw a chop, he'd scream because he hurt his hand. But then Brody just
he pulverized him. When he just kept picking up and hitting lariats.
Yeah.
He knocked the shit out of Suzuki.
Yeah, for sure.
That's why I think like them hyping him. I think
Yeah.
you're going to see him in the G1.
Yeah.
Then was our fucking main event.
Yes.
Tomohiro Ishii versus Eddie Kingston.
100% the reason why we bought the tickets. I watched this back.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah.
Easily match of the night.
Yeah, easily.
At one point during this match, everybody in that arena was on their feet cheering.
Yeah. I didn't realize till I watched it back that Eddie was wearing the Brody King or Brody Lee tribute shirt,
which is fucking awesome because
Mm-hmm.
there was a talk that Brody wanted to go to New Japan.
Yep.
So I was like,
Right.
you know what? That's cool as
Yeah.
fuck on Eddie.
Absolutely.
Dude, they beat the shit out of each other.
This is match of the night, like you said. Just incredible stuff. Exactly what we would have wanted. Ishii, Kingston, neither of them giving a step backwards. Just constantly moving forward at each other in a violent fashion.
Yeah.
The crowd, I would say split, but not really.
No.
At least
they were split.
there was,
Nobody was getting booed or anything like that.
No, but there was the chance going back and forth, and I did my due
You
diligence.
sure did. You
The classic the Eddie Kingston Ishii.
Yeah, you were chanting both sides.
I did both because
yes, you did.
listen, that's my number one Japanese guy, and it's my number one American wrestler right now.
Yeah.
Eddie fucking kills it. Every time Eddie's on TV, I get a big smile on my face.
Dude, when he came
all
out,
his matches fucking rule.
He came out. I even tweeted out that place exploded.
Yeah, it blew. And that's why I said, like, I'm going to say split down the middle because people, like, it was going back and forth, but a lot of people were just cheering for both.
This was like dream match shit.
Yeah, absolutely.
For Ishii got the win.
Ishii gets the win,
you
right?
know, but oh my god, it was so good.
This was great.
If you have not seen this, I
watch it back.
Beg and plead you to
it.
go watch
yeah.
this.
You know,
if
this,
you need it in your hands, I can get it to you. Okay,
it was absolutely fantastic. It's the hallmark of that style of wrestling. It's the hallmark of New Japan. That you know, Riki Choshu, Tenryu,
fighting spirit, strong style,
King's Road, just annihilation. Two bad motherfuckers hitting each other hard.
Yeah.
Not giving up. You get your Ishii sells kicks out at ones. You get your Eddie being a fucking madman.
Yeah.
This was awesome. Eddie takes the brainbuster at the end.
Amazing, dude. Amazing.
A lot of people take that brainbuster and it looks like a suplex.
Nope, not Eddie.
That was that was the most Shinya Hashimoto brainbuster that Ishii's ever thrown in his life.
Yeah.
Great stuff. Could have ended a bunch of times. Kept fucking going.
Yeah.
Really just fantastic.
Yep.
I hope Eddie loved it as much as I hope he did, as much as I think he did, man.
I hope so, man.
Because this was awesome. I know he says he wants to be in the G1 and all that.
God damn it, I hope so.
G1's a big commitment, man. And
big commitment.
Pull him off American TV to be over there is a big deal.
Yeah.
Unless they have some sort of deal to like show it or something.
It's a big commitment.
But this, like, he knocked out of the park.
Yep.
And like this steals the show. And this is a really good show. And there's still 2 more matches after this. All right, 2 more.
Yeah.
Yeah. But this is the show stealer
dude, we
by
were
a wide
just
margin.
on our feet, screaming.
The whole crowd
going
was
fucking
right. This
banana.
was awesome. This was awesome.
Yeah.
And the crowd fucking loved it.
Yeah.
Eddie's a star. And like you said, that crowd went nuts when he came out, man.
Yeah,
for real.
it was so cool to see.
Yep.
Next was Jay White and Hikuleo.
Right.
Against Rocky Romero, who had to replace Trent because Trent tested positive for COVID.
Yes.
Obviously, he's cleared because he was on TV last night.
Right.
And Kazuchika Okada.
Right.
And I wanted to ask you, when Okada came out, dude, it felt like a big fucking deal.
Yeah, that was one of the other things that I was really excited about going is because I wanted to see Okada. And we had talked about going to the Philly show, and I didn't love the card.
Yeah.
I haven't heard anybody talk about that show, really.
No, I know the results of it, but I haven't heard much.
And like,
if
it's
anything,
cool
I've heard
strong
disappointment
taping.
that a certain somebody was on the show.
Oh, really?
We'll talk.
Oh. But I wanted to see Okada live. Okada is arguably probably the best wrestler on the planet, and he's definitely the
already
backbone.
a legend.
Yes, and like we've said it before in this podcast, New Japan lives or dies by how successful Okada is at that given moment. And you know, to a detriment, man. It's like it's getting to the point like where Misawa wasn't champion in Noah's numbers would drop. Like when Okada's not champion in New Japan, the shows aren't fucking good.
Yeah.
That dude is wrestling over in Japan, and I wanted to see him, and it was awesome.
Yeah.
Super pumped to be able to see him. You know, of course, I wish it was a singles match and a little bit more.
Of course.
A little bit more. You know, he didn't hit a Rainmaker and see that sort of shit.
Yeah.
But it was the only fucking one he was on because he wasn't on the Chicago one either.
Nope.
So like, I'm super glad we went to this one, so I got to see Okada live in person because who knows when the fuck that's gonna happen again. I mean, Forbidden Door, he's gonna be there, but we're not.
Yeah, exactly. Like, when are you gonna see him again? You know?
So this was awesome, man. And this match was really good.
Dude, it was so much fun.
Yeah.
Rocky Romero super over.
Yep. Romero versus Hikuleo was a highlight.
That was great.
Because Hikuleo's a tall dude. If you don't know who he is, he's Haku Meng's 7 foot tall son. I don't know if he's 7 foot tall, but he's tall. And Rocky, little Rocky playing the little guy versus big guy stuff really well.
And dude, I'll tell you what, man.
And King Switch was awesome.
Watching Jay White, dude, he does the tiny little things. And I said to you, he is smooth.
Dude, I couldn't give 2 shits about 2 years ago,
Remember
3 years
that?
ago. It's like, nah, not my dude.
Chuck knew.
Yeah, Chuck knew.
Chuck fucking knew.
Hangman.
I say
Chuck
that
knew.
all the time.
Chuck knew Hangman and Chuck knew Jay White. Absolutely.
Hashtag Chuck knew.
But like, I didn't care, man. And he turned that around. King Switch rules.
He's awesome.
Yeah.
And seeing him and Okada duke it out, I'm thinking, this is the second time I've seen both these guys in person, and it was against each other last time. I saw them too. Yeah, at the Madison Square Garden show.
The feud's been, it boils back a bunch. Yeah.
So awesome though.
This was a lot of fun, for sure.
And then the 4-way, the main event for the IWGP US title.
Yes.
Will Ospreay. John Moxley, Rock Hard Juice Robinson,
Rock hard, baby.
and Hiroshi Tanahashi, the fucking
The
legend.
the current champion as of this point.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dude, this
The ace, the true ace of wrestling.
This was fucking nuts.
This was crazy.
New Japan doesn't do sprints like these, and not that it's all flippy shit, not like
Right.
no,
Well,
it was just
interesting.
balls to the wall. Action.
They only had 15-20 before the end of the pay-per-view, and they got to keep that kind of tight.
Yeah.
I think they did go like 11 minutes over or something. But yeah. The camera, I'm pretty sure on the broadcast missed the Ospreay flip off the stage,
which sucks because like you hear the crowd erupt, and then you just see Ospreay laying on the ground.
Did they never even replay it?
No, there's no replays.
They missed it completely
because that was crazy.
He was down on the ring, so they did this match smart, sort of taking care of one, if not two guys, laying them out so that two guys can be in the ring going at it. And Ospreay's laid on the stage for a little bit, and then he just gets up and full on sprints and dives. It was on a Juice, right?
It's like a crazy flip dive on the Juice.
Craziness. And like Ospreay's not my dude, but that was awesome. He looked good in this.
I was going to ask you as well, that, like seeing Ospreay in person.
Yeah.
Take whatever out of it.
Sure.
Was there any appreciation for what he does?
I completely understand that he's super talented.
Okay.
And this is the kind of match that he is better in to me.
He shines.
Because he doesn't have to tell a story, which I think is his weak point.
Yeah, he shines.
I think he has a hard time with psychology, and he tends in singles matches to be a little too goofy.
Yeah, I can see that.
And in this match, he doesn't have time.
Yeah.
He's just got to be bombastic.
Yeah.
And he pulls that off here. Mox is a killer.
Oh my god, dude!
Fucking bled openly.
Oh yeah,
he gets hit with, was it a chair or something,
Yep.
and he just sits into the corner in the ring, face just like Raven style, sitting in the ring, and you just see him take the blade out of his lip and slice his forehead and then throw it out of the ring, and then he's just gushing.
Yeah,
it's like he knew the camera wasn't on him, so he don't give a shit.
Yeah, he doesn't. Yeah, it wasn't matter.
It wasn't like he didn't roll around trying to pretend like he was hurt. He was just sitting up in the turnbuckle, sliced his forehead, and went on.
Yeah. That's another one, man. That guy walks into an arena and it just changes.
Absolutely.
Like, oh my god.
Yeah, the energy just fucking flips. Absolutely.
It was fucking great, dude. Tanahashi hitting the high fly flow through Moxley through a table on the outside was nuts.
I'm shocked that hasn't been like gift to death because I gift it, but like Tanahashi's not a young man.
No.
Tanahashi's been wrestling a long time. And Tanahashi
still doing that
doesn't
shit.
need to be doing that kind of shit.
He doesn't.
And he hits the frog splash, the high fly flow from the and that table is far away.
Yeah,
table to the
dude.
outside from the top turnbuckle. Not from the apron.
No.
From the top turnbuckle. Crazy. And that's sort of what takes him and Mach out. Or him and Mox out. Not him and Mach. But it was amazing. It's such a great spot. Like crazy fucking thing. To see that. It takes them out. To set up the fact that Rock Hard Juice Robinson.
Like, listen, I've been a Juice Robinson guy.
I like the Thundertaker
I like
a
the
lot.
Thundertaker.
Right.
I'm all the way in on Rock Hard Juice Robinson.
Rock Hard Juice Robinson. Recently joined the Bullet Club like 2 weeks ago.
Yeah, Wrestling Don't Talk.
Did all those promos saying that he was going to be a house husband because the wrestling world was like, you should do. You get that.
Yeah.
You
can do that.
You earn that, pal.
Yeah.
You go do that.
Good for you,
We're
brother.
going to live vicariously through you.
Yeah.
If you know, you know. And he's like, you suckers, I was never going to retire.
Yeah.
He's like, you think I'm going to wrestle with David Finlay my whole life? Joins the Bullet Club.
Yeah.
He's now Rock Hard Juice Robinson, which is hilarious.
Yeah, dude. Like, so at the end promo, I came on stage and like the crowd starts saying Rock Hard, and Jay White's like jumping up and down, to get people to cheer louder.
Yeah.
He was having so much fun. Yeah, dude. I'm all about Rock Hard Juice
Pins
Robinson.
Ospreay to win it, which was a shock.
Smart,
right. Elevate him up the card. You want to make a star, make him a star.
Yeah.
Wrestling's easy.
Yep. Yeah, and I said to you right now with New Japan, they're kind of doing this like Bullet Club resurgence a bit. And yeah, you want to get him back and get him, like, because he's kind of got forgotten about a bit, you know?
Yeah.
Especially with like COVID and stuff, not being able to travel or anything.
Yeah.
Rockets him right back up the card.
Absolutely. And this match was really good. It was a sprint.
So much fun.
Lots of cool, fun stuff. Everybody got their shit in. And we have a new IWGP US champion and
Yeah,
Rock
man.
Hard Juice Robinson.
Yeah, and then Moxley cut a nice promo for the crowd.
Yeah.
You know, just saying, like, that line mark in the middle of that ring fucking means something to me, and I love professional wrestling
Right.
and all that.
Yeah.
Real nice send-off.
Yeah, thanks for being here with us and all that sort of stuff.
Real cool.
So, yeah, the show was awesome.
Awesome, dude.
Great
So
show.
much fun.
Couldn't be happier that we were there.
Yep.
Fantastic time. Let's button this up with the aftermath. We're leaving, and there's the New Japan, the line mark logo in a big thing. Everybody posing for pictures. Yeah. I said, I want to get our picture.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's our like cover photo on Twitter right now.
Oh, is it?
Yeah,
Oh,
I put it
cool.
up of us together. So I wanted that done, and you got to get somebody to take the picture. Us standing on either side of the logo, and so we're waiting. There's a lot of people wanting to do it after the show. And there's a group of 2-3 guys in front of us waiting for their turn. And there's a group of 3 girls comes up. And they were attractive ladies. They're in a group of 3 partying, whatever.
Fun.
And
Good,
they want their picture taken. And they look to the guys in front of us. And they're like, hey guys, can you take our picture? And I swear to God, those dudes forgot that they knew English.
Yep.
Like, they forgot how, not even English. They forgot that they knew how to speak.
Yeah.
They lost it. Like, these were just, or listen, wrestling fans.
It is what it is.
It is what it is. Typical wrestling fan, not, you don't have a point in your life where you get to work out the ability to talk to ladies. That's a skill that you have to sharpen.
Big facts, homie.
And, these guys, they did not. They were and the dude gets the camera and like he's holding it vertical. It's like, no, come on, dude. Like, you got this, man. You got this. Just take the photos. Give him a smile. Like, you got it.
Brother.
You got it, pal. And like they just this dude shut down. Like they did not know what the fuck to do.
Yeah.
So they take the picture of the girls. The girls are happy. They get theirs done. We get ours done. We're good. We're out. We leave quick way out there.
It's kind of late.
Didn't take too long. Pretty late, right? Looking for food.
Yeah.
Because what do you want after a wrestling show? You want
diner food.
You want diner food.
Greasy spoon.
Right. We want greasy spoon. We want grease.
Yeah.
Right. Nothing feels better in your stomach than some fried cheese. That's
Absolutely.
what I'm saying. That's
big fact.
Remember that statement. So we're driving back to the hotel. It's about a half-hour ride.
Yeah.
You got to go across the Beltway.
There's nothing open.
Nothing open. There's a diner near the hotel, the Silver Light Diner.
Silver Diner.
It's just called Silver Diner. Silver Diner. I have pictures of the menu still. We stop in there. It's silver on the outside, pink,
like
pink neon lights.
Classic diner.
Classic American greasy spoon. Open till 1 a.m.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Like your classic train car diner.
Right. Absolutely perfect. We stop in.
What?
And we should have known. They had a patio set up.
We should have known that.
Should have known right there,
man.
Then we walked in, and they had a cardboard cutout of the chef.
Should have known.
Should have known.
Should have fucking known.
And his clip from him on TV.
Should have known.
Sat down. Looked at the menu. And they had a jukebox on the table. Classic diner decor.
Yep.
Shitty booths. Everything. And they get the menu. Silver Diner. Eat well, be well. Locally sourced flexitarian menu. And they didn't have mozzarella sticks, Brett.
Nope. They didn't have open faced turkey sandwiches, DJ.
They didn't. They had omelets, but they were all like free range turkey.
Yeah.
And whatever. Like, nah.
Yeah.
So we were disappointed. We were like, what else is open? We got to bail.
Couldn't find any of them.
Ordered our sodas. We'll pay for the sodas. We got to bail. We got to find something. This ain't going to work.
Yep.
They don't have mozzarella sticks. They don't have the triple decker. They don't have the turkey club. They don't have anything open faced. It's rough. No meatloaf rough. Yeah. No sausage gravy to be found.
Oh, I love sausage gravy. Shout out to Doug.
And, but we can't find anything. So dude comes over to take our order. We order. We found stuff. We got a burger. I got a Reuben sandwich. I love a Reuben sandwich.
I did a Build-A-Burger because I'm like, I got to try something here.
Right. And so like there are appetizers in this diner. Avocado toast, catfish fingers, crispy fried Brussels sprouts, meatless tacos.
In a diner.
Lemony chickpea hummus and cauliflower pita.
In a diner.
In a diner. A diner.
That was hot, brother.
Food was delicious.
It was fucking amazing. God damn, it was so good. My burger was incredible. I
had
got a thing of like crab chowder or something amazing.
I had a Reuben and it was so delicious good. And I love a Reuben.
Oh, I'm still so mad at how good it was.
And we still left satisfied but disappointed because it's not what I wanted.
Yep.
It was really good, but I wanted grease. I wanted something of significantly less quality. I wanted to feel a brick of fried mozzarella cheese in my stomach for no less than 8.5 hours.
And those motherfuckers.
They did me wrong with good food.
They did, yeah, right?
It sounds wrong, but it's the truth. They did us wrong.
God, it was so good, though.
It was so fucking good.
One of the best burgers I've ever had.
Fucking awesome.
It was so good.
So good. Back to the hotel room. One of us got goofy.
Spoiler, wasn't me.
Right. Let's just say that I was in...
Somebody couldn't see straight.
If an emergency was to break out...
You would have died.
I would have died. I was in no condition to function.
No.
This is when we saw the ladies of the night leaving the hotel.
Sure did.
All the way out.
Yeah.
Super weird. Next morning, right? We stayed up for a bit. We watched the horribly unfunny SNL.
Oh God, it was so bad. I don't know what you're thinking, Kincannon. That shit sucked, brother.
Hit the road home early in the morning. Not too early. We had to run,
early enough.
Friend of the show, Jenna. We had to run a little errand to step over to Baltimore.
Always
happy to do.
I love Baltimore.
Went into Baltimore, ate at Nick's Fish House. Mm-hmm. Fucking delicious.
Still thinking about that lobster crab roll I had.
I had the crab cake sandwich.
The crab cake kid.
The crab cake kid, absolutely delicious. Fries were good. I had a Bloody Mary for whatever reason. It was delicious. Sometimes Bloody Marys and seafood in the morning just feels right. On the water, sitting outside.
I felt relaxed. I felt at ease. I felt at home.
If you're in Maryland, you're in Baltimore, you got to eat crab.
Absolutely.
You have to.
Yeah.
It's the way it is. It's the rules.
Yep.
And it's delicious. You're never going to have it anywhere else where it's like that.
Like you said, that was like the freshest crab.
Right. Maryland crab is the way to go.
Yeah, it was awesome.
Fucking amazing. And then the 3-hour jaunt home.
Yeah, it was easy.
Nothing major. Nice cruising home.
Yeah, it was cool, man.
Great trip all around.
Yeah, dude, always.
Killer fucking time.
Always, man.
Go back and watch that show. Pick it up on Fight if you haven't.
If you need to.
Read us up. We'll tell you what to watch.
Yeah.
And this was a really good time and a really solid
road trips with
show.
you are super easy.
Thanks, pal.
You're my road dog.
Thanks, buddy.
I'm your Mr. Ass.
That's true.
No, but for real, we've been doing this shit for years, man. It's easy.
Absolutely. As long as I don't have to passenge. I'm the worst passenger, so.
Oh, no.
But yeah, 4-hour trip ain't nothing, man.
Yeah, it was fun, dude.
This was killer time.
Always, man.
So that's the accounts of the trip.
Yeah.
If you see us in person anytime soon or want to reach out, we'll give you a little bit more of the down and dirty. But it was a really good time, and it was fun. I'm glad we went, man. Yeah, dude, that was well fucking worth it for sure. Yeah, I had a lot of fun. All right,
that was the most live wrestling I've seen in a long time. We had like 3 shows in 17 days or
something like that. It was a lot. AEW, the LVAC, and then this.
Yeah.
So I'm off the road for a bit.
Yeah,
at least
and
for
then
that.
We have LVAC in a couple weeks.
Mahoning. That's that. I don't count that as on the road. So,
yeah.
But so that was
dude, that was
awesome.
a blast. Good times always.
But that's all we have to talk about.
Yeah, because
we're gonna cover Best of Super Juniors for the next couple of weeks.
This week. Did you?
Saved all my money for New Japan.
Same. Yeah, me too. So there's that.
The Bulldocanos came in.
Oh, they're so nice.
From Junk Shop, so that's cool. But yeah, no, I didn't pick anything up.
No,
man. I was saving
neither,
all my money for New Japan.
Yeah,
and I just ended up getting just a T-shirt. But ton of fun.
Yeah. Fucking blast.
Yeah, so Best of Super Juniors next couple of weeks.
Yeah.
We're going to try and get as in-depth in that and have as many match recommendations for you people who are interested but don't have the time or, don't want to sort of navigate through what's going on or have to skim yourselves. We'll try and hook you up the best we can for that kind of shit.
We'll do our best.
So stick and tune here. If you want a basic guideline, just watch Taguchi. It's like watching God. But that's it. We'll be back next week. Thanks for listening. We are a part of the Soon to Be Named Network at STBN Network on Twitter, soon-to-be-named-network.com, soon-to-be-named-network.tumblr.com. Tons of other shows. We mentioned them here. Final Wrestling Place, Scoopin' and Boopin', except for this week. Hit My Music, Long Box Heroes, Todd's with Wrestling, because Todd, you're a wrestling fan. He don't listen, but he's a wrestling fan. He tried to mouth off to me about wrestling this week, and I was like, oh yeah, buddy?
Mm-hmm.
Wings on Wings, our other podcast. And you can reach out to us at We Need Wrestling on Twitter, We Need Wrestling at Gmail, Instagram, all that stuff. Find us, track us down, I got nothing else.
Me neither, dude.
So again, thanks for listening. We'll be back next week.
Yeah,
and
man.
I
That's
don't
it. I don't know.
That's it.
Wrestling kicks ass.
It does.
It's fucking cool.
Wrestling's easy when you let it be.
Goddamn right.
You're listening to the soon-to-be-named network, the Lamborghini of podcast networks.
Knock it off, nerds!